Hi, and welcome to Conway Wampus Cat Football on Conway 81 Sports. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Jim Files, and we are ready for the Conway Wampus Cats and the Searcy Lions, a pregame show brought to you by First State Bank. Jim, the Wampus Cats coming off of a loss, but in the second half they played much better against Russellville. What do you expect tonight from Conway's football team tonight?
I expect to see an angry football team, Jeff. It's a team, if you saw the second half and the first half, it was two totally different teams. They know that's a game they should have won if they would have just played that first half like they did the first half. And tonight, I think Coach Smith is looking to get that running game going because we've had the big plays, and the only guy that's just really shined there is Jacob Baker. I look to see a little bit more of him, and against this Searcy team, it's pretty vulnerable against the run. They allowed two 200-yard rushers against Wynn, two 100-yard rushers against Batesville, so they're going to be vulnerable to the rush, and I think Coach Smith's going to take his opportunity to get it going before conference starts.
Now, defensively, we will see the same type of offense with Searcy as we did with Russellville last week. They run the spread. They probably don't run it as well. They're a little more inexperienced at it, but the spread nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a first year in the spread offense. But Conway, I think they're going to be confident because they played so well against Russellville spread last week, which is better than the Searcy spread. So they're going to be confident, and I think they should handle it with no problem.
It'll be a beautiful night for football. The sun has started to fall, and it's cool. It kind of feels a little bit like fall, and we're excited about football tonight from Searcy. Conway and Searcy coming up in just a few moments. We'll talk to Coach Kenny Smith next, and we'll have the football game for you coming up on Conway 81 Sports.
You're watching the 2005 season of Wampus Cat Football on 81 Sports. Wampus Cat Football is brought to you by AIM Mortgage Group, All Clean Restoration Services, Arkansas Eye Center, Audio Express, Bits and Bytes Computers, Bush and Rasmussen, Coney's Garage Doors, Conway Therapy Services, Koran Automotive, Dalton's Designer Smiles, Dr. Art Din Hartog, Dryer Shoes of Conway, Fast Photo, First State Bank, Helton's Wrecker Service, Hegel Supply, Emboden Carpets and Interiors, J.C. Thornton and Company, Kordsmeyer Furniture Company, Laser Cartridge Plus, Luxury Pools and Spas, Oric Floor Care Center, Pam McDowell Properties, SWAT Indoor Paintball, and Starstruck Video.
Hi, and welcome to the Coach Kenny Smith Show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Coach Smith. Our thanks to First State Bank for sponsoring the Coach's Show. And, Coach, before we talk about Searcy, let's talk about Russellville. And what was a game of two halves, wasn't it?
Oh, most definitely. This game of two halves and a few yards. And, we go in there and we actually threw the football more than Russellville did. And Russellville rushed the football more than we did. So that's a horse of a different color in itself. Very proud of my kids. Going in there at the halftime, everything it could have been for lesser humans and with kids with lesser character. They could have very easily said, we're out of this deal and let's just get the second half over with. But they showed that old Wampus Cat fight and came out, and I was very, very proud of them. And again, we're feet or inches away from a big time victory, and the game film and so forth that we've reviewed this week and everything. It's been a plus for our kids. Obviously we don't like losing, and but it's been a plus for us. The mistakes that we made, which we made too many mental errors that the kids see them on tape and they think, why did I do that? So anyway, it's hopefully this will jumpstart us. We played two excellent quarters there in the second half, and hopefully that's going to jumpstart us to playing a bunch more in a row.
I would think that Dylan Jones won't catch that interception on fourth down next time.
And when it happened, the thing to do from a coach is just to go completely bonkers and get with him pretty good. And I'm more than capable of doing that. But I love that kid so much, and there's nobody felt worse about it than him. Yeah. And the young man played offensive guard on the junior high team. And he was put in a situation that he'd never been put in before in his life. And gosh, he's trying to make a play, and you got to love Dylan for that. And and anyone that knows Dylan, they know his dedication, his hard work, and his loyalty to this program, and you can't fault him. There's no blame in him. He's trying to make a play. He was trying to help his teammates and trying to help his school win, and he did what he thought was the right thing. And bless his heart, he's not the one that didn't block to get to safety. So again, too, you can point fingers, and that's what this team hasn't done, and that's what's great about it. Shows a lot of character, a lot of resilience in doing that, and it's encouraging to me.
They're showing a lot of character for being a young team. Dylan, a sophomore, Benton Conk, obviously the job that Jacob Baker's done.
Right, and again too, I mean, it's a blend of great senior leadership. It's a blend of some juniors filling in at some skill positions that are going above and beyond. You've got a couple of 3 sophomores sprinkled in there that are a big boost or big help to us, and ideally that's the way things would work. You'd like to have 40 seniors that you could walk out there and strut out there and start every one of them, but that doesn't work like that. And so again, very, very heartbreaking loss. Had opportunities to come back and win a football game, and things didn't go our way. But I think the encouraging side of it, which you got to look at the positives. You dwell in the negatives. We're not going to win another football game if we do that, and we're going to win some football games. And we're not going to dwell on that. This week, Searcy and bless their hearts.
Yeah. Next chance to win a game is tonight against Searcy. They were here a year ago. It was one of the victories, a home victory, and we try to return the favor tonight. What can you tell us about Searcy? You know much about the Lions?
Yeah, quite a bit. Of course, we scout and trade films and all that sort of thing, and it's another pass offense, wide out, spread out all over the place, and so we've been through that for a week. Of course, after seeing the films that we traded with them, I'm sure they're going to work on their fullback trap some, or put one in if they don't already have it. They have their favorite formation in 2 football games. They have thrown 50 times out of it and ran 5. So, they want to throw the football. They feel like Coach McFarland's first-year coach, young coach, trying to implement a program, trying to get a foundation started, and he's doing what he knows how to do. And again, we've got to be ready to defend the pass and the run as well.
Through a couple of games, there's been some struggles with the kicking game, and we saw Luke Pruitt working on some field goals. Will he get a chance?
Most definitely. I mean, we've got competition, like you and I have talked about. We've got competition at every spot, and that's what's great about this football team. And again, too, Chris has got a tremendous leg. I mean, he is very, very strong in that leg, and but again, too, we have someone that we have confidence in that's going to push him, and this week's going to be a big week for him to see who we get put in that opportunity again. It's going to depend on how the week goes on who we put out there.
Competition makes both of them better, and that's what we look forward to.
That's a great thing about a team sport. The more competition you have for those positions, the better off you've got a chance to be.
Thanks, Coach. We'll look forward to tonight's game. We'll have the starting lineup for you coming up next. For Coach Kenny Smith, I'm Jeff Matthews. The Coaches Show has been brought to you by First State Bank.
Water, fire, natural disasters, and even mold. We take care of them all, anytime, day or night, from cleanup to reconstruction. Tell your insurance provider you prefer All Clean USA.
It's all very simple, really. It's all under one roof. If you want to buy a home or sell the one you have, if you want a lease that won't penalize you for moving out early to buy your dream home, if you need insurance, well, we've got that too. We have a team of over 40 real estate agents and support staff, and we're the #1 agency in Faulkner County by a long shot. We're Pam McDowell Properties, and we're #1 for a reason.
Welcome back to Lynch Stadium in Searcy. Jeff Matthews and Jim Files with you as we are getting ready for both teams to make their way out onto the field. We'll have the coin toss and the opening kickoff in a few moments. Let's run through the starting lineup for you. First of all, for your Conway Wampus Cats, we start on offense with junior quarterback Casey Cooper, 6'1", 162 pounds, number 12. Behind Casey, number 31, Patrick Harris plays fullback, 5'5", 160, a junior. And number 28, Eric Crenshaw, 5'6", 150 pounds, senior. The wingback is number 27, Josh Cummins, 6 foot, 150 pounds, a junior. The tight end, number 80, David Cook, 6'5", 200 pounds, a senior. Outside is Lance Amos, number 17, the wide receiver, 6'2", 170, a junior. Along the offensive line, they're anchored by center, number 77, Tyler Gray, 6'3", 245 pounds, senior. Next to him, number 72, Zach Throneberry, 6'3", 256, a senior. And Nick Mahan, number 52, 6'4", 255, a senior. The tackles are quick. Trey Hodges, number 60, 5'7", 182 pounds, senior. And number 59, Jacob Wiggs, 5'11", 250 pounds, and a senior. On defense, the starters as we have them against the spread offense of Searcy, number 66, Nick Toll, 5'11", 260, a senior. Number 75, Scott Tierney, 6'3", 300 pounds, a junior. And number 84, Luke Rash will play down, 6'2", 205, a senior. Linebackers, number 53, Benton Conk. A sophomore, Benton Conk. And number 32, Landon Ezel, 5'11", 150 pound senior. They'll go with 5 defensive backs. They're led by number 17, Lance Amos. He started both ways a week ago. We expect the same tonight, 6'2", 170, a junior. Number 1, Jamal Whitworth, 5'7", 128 pound junior. Number 11, John Jolly, 6 foot, 150 pound junior. Number 20, Eric Anthony, 6'1", 138, a senior. Rufus Virgil, number 19, a 5'10", 153 pound senior. And number 2, Luke Pruitt, 5'11", 153 pound junior. Your starters on offense and defense for the Conway Wampus Cats. Both teams will take the field in a moment, and we'll have the opening kickoff of tonight's non-conference game from Lion Stadium on Conway 81 Sports.
Now playing a revolution in resolution. ESPN HD, the big picture in sports. Visually stunning and wildly enhanced clarity on the screen like you've never seen. Now playing.
You know, there's a lot of glamour with this. I mean, a lot of free meals, I'll be very honest with you. And I walk around with a Sharpie because I know I'm going to sign something for some child at some point in the day.
He walks around with a Sharpie in his sock to autograph for kids. Nobody comes up and asks for Jeff's autograph.
I mean, I'll tell you, it's nice to get the pizza. Sometimes it isn't what I like. I like pepperoni.
Working with Jeff's a real joy a lot of the time, but people don't realize, how high maintenance he is.
We have to sit up there in the booth, and it's a long way from the field, and those kids are fast. Welcome back to Lion Stadium in Searcy. Jeff Matthews and Jim Files with you in a visiting press box that up until a year ago was the home press box, and it may be a little quiet as far as what we hear because we have no crowd. We're actually in a booth that's got a solid pane of glass in front of us. Hopefully
soundproof, bulletproof.
That's good, I guess. So hopefully the crowd mics outside on the cameras will be able to pick up some of the noise because there is a good contingent of Conway fans that have made their way over to the game tonight. As you see, they're getting ready to bring the team out. The players are lined up and ready to go, and they will get started in just a moment. Your captains tonight for the Wampus Cats, number 41, that is Chris Jackson. Number 68, Kyle Bright. Number 62, Daniel Ashley, the senior captains tonight for the Wampus Cats. Jim, just a few minutes away from kickoff.
Very exciting, very good time for Conway to get started. Bright for conference play coming up next week. They really need to establish a run, I think, tonight, and I think that's what you're going to see Coach Smith do, is really get those guys work on their blocking. He talked about some breakdowns last week against Russellville on both sides of the ball, defensive line as well, too. So look to see a lot of improvement there in the intensity and the play along the line.
Wampus Cats and the Lions both making their way onto the field. Now, this is the return of a home and home. If you remember a year ago, these two teams played in Conway, a game that the Wampus Cats won, and this will probably be the last time for a while, at least in the regular season, that the two teams will play probably at all because of the difference in conference classifications next year when Conway goes up to the new however many A's there are. I guess there's 7 of them. There are many, many A's
lot of them, yeah.
that Conway will be a part of. So this game will be replaced on the schedule along with the other games that teams will be lost with Benton and Bentonville and Southside has been reported. So we're excited for the changes in 2006.
And if you think about the last year's game, it was at Conway and just barely won. What was it, 10-7? It was
17-10, 10-7. It was close.
It was a close game, and so it's a team Conway doesn't want to take too lightly.
The Wampus Cats come in 1-1, as is every other team in the 5A Central right now, with the exception of the 2-time defending state champions, Little Rock Central.
Wow, when was the last time that happened? It's been a while.
Conway and Cabot playing tonight, both teams 0-2. That hasn't happened in quite a while. We saw something interesting during pregame warm-ups. After everybody else had left the field, as far as the Wampus Cats go, there were 13 people left on the field. There was the line for the extra points. There was a holder and a kicker and another holder and a kicker. And a couple of coaches, and those coaches included Coach Kenny Smith. The head man stayed out there and watched the extra point tries by both Luke Pruitt and Chris Knight. We'll see who gets the call the first time that he's needed.
Right.
Tonight, that's been a issue for the Wampus Cats. 3 missed field goals by Chris Knight.
Well, and it's not like it's been pathetic kicks or he doesn't have enough leg. He usually kicks the ball very strongly. It's just not going up between the uprights. Definitely an area that Coach Smith wants to correct. And you're right, Jeff. They were definitely out there working on it right up until time for the coin toss.
Yeah, they stayed about at least 4 or 5 minutes after the rest of the team had left.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's not too uncommon, but they stayed back there a while. Number 41, Tanner Gibbs will kick off for the Searcy Lions. He's got a pretty good leg. He had a 35-yard field goal a week ago. Back deep is Chris Wardlow, 5'10", 140-pound junior and all kinds of speed. He will be joined by Eric Crenshaw at the 5-yard line. So we're about set to get underway. Conway 1-1, Searcy 0-2, looking to get their first win before they go to conference play. Conway, of course, looking to get a win before conference play starts next week against Central. Wardlow with the return, and there's nowhere to go, and he is dropped, and I think he did lose the football.
Yeah.
Searcy gets the first break. That took about 2 seconds off the clock. And at the 6-yard line, the Searcy Lions get the football after Chris Wardlow was tripped up and dropped, and they have the ball 1st and 10.
And I think Coach Smith's going to grab Wardlow when he comes over there. He made a number of mistakes. First, he let the ball get by him. Then he took it wide instead of following his blockers and getting some yardage. He was trying to make something out of nothing, and he made a big nothing out of nothing.
And he is being spoken with.
Yeah.
You see the spread offense by the Searcy Lions. Again, it's what we saw a week ago. 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Justin Rowden is the quarterback. Pressure and a pass is complete. 1 play in, and Searcy leads 6-0.
Wow. Well, they really capitalized on having good field position.
Scott Hudgens with the reception. It was a 6-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, the Searcy Lions take a 6-0 lead, and Tanner Gibbs gets a chance to tack on a point.
I said it's a team we shouldn't take lightly, but it's a team that we should definitely win against. Already in an early hole here. The offense has really got to pick the defense up when they get this ball back.
Kick is up. And the kick splits the uprights, and the Wampus Cats, after 7 seconds of play, trail 7-0. We're back with hopefully the first Wampus Cat offensive possession in just a moment on Conway 81 Sports.
Take a step in the right direction every time you visit Dreyer's Shoes of Conway. Family owned and operated, Dreyer's Shoes has been around for over 70 years, and we still impress everyone with our wide selection of quality brands. With names like Nike, Puma, New Balance, and Nike Shox, chances are good your favorite pair of shoes ever are in stock right now. So put your best foot forward and come see us soon. Dreyer's Shoes of Conway, in the town center next to J.C. Penney.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. No job is too big or too small. Helton's has a full mechanic shop with a $15 Ladies' Day special every Tuesday on a lube, oil, and filter. Helton's Wrecker U-Haul installs hitches on just about any vehicle. We also make and install custom exhaust systems. Helton's has been serving the needs of Central Arkansas for over 40 years. We are always on our toes at Helton's Wrecker Service. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Meet Bob. Bob went to Arizona. His friend went to Nebraska. And their other friend, Florida State. Now they all live together in LA. So how do they follow their favorite college teams? With Fox College Sports, featuring over 800 NCAA games each year on 3 regionally aligned channels. FCS Pacific, FCS Central, and FCS Atlantic. All the games that matter in one powerful package. Fox College Sports, where college never ends.
Welcome back to Lions Stadium, and the Wampus Cats are giving up a point a second so far. They're down 7-0, 7 seconds in. I trust that pace won't continue.
Man. Well, it's just another special teams error. We haven't even seen whether Conway offense has the intensity that we lacked last week. Now the up back needs to catch us, and he will this time.
Chip shot that's taken up to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Wampus Cats will take the ball. 1st and 10, a flag on the play. The Wampus Cats offense will come onto the field. Chris Jackson, number 41, a change to the starting offensive group that we see right off the bat as he is on the field. Starting offensive line, Tyler Gray, Nick Mahan, Zach Throneberry, Jacob Wiggs, and Trey Hodges. David Cook, Josh Cummins is out there. Eric Crenshaw, Patrick Harris, Casey Cooper, and as we mentioned, Chris Jackson, number 41, on the field. The referee will look to the opposite side and call a personal foul against the Lions. And that's going to give the Wampus Cats a little better field position. And the Cats need to come out and have a little sustained drive here. And not only a sustained drive, but put 7 points on the board.
Yeah.
The Lions looking for a win, and this would be a big upset for them going into conference season. It'd be a nice momentum move for them as well.
Yeah, it's a setback having that early score, but it doesn't have to mean much if Conway can drive down the field here. Searcy shooting itself in the foot with a personal foul there.
So Chris Jackson comes to the near side. Lance Amos not in the starting lineup, at least offensively. He was in there defensively. Cooper will hand off. That's Crenshaw. Good run across midfield, taken out of bounds at the 44-yard line, enough for a first down. And Crenshaw has busted a couple this year on that same play, outside right.
A big play Crenshaw ought to be his nickname because he can run 3 times and have no yards, but then that 4th carry, he's gone.
He's had 2 runs in 2 games of 74 yards.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just too close. He's 44 yards out. This couldn't work. Luke Pruitt, far to the left side. Casey will hand off to Jacob Baker, who's in the game early and gets 4 yards. Second down and 6.
And Baker certainly earned it. He had just a tremendous second half last week. Led nearly the comeback for Conway. Got our player of the game.
Got our player of the game. ConwayWampusCats.com had him as their player of the game as well. Lance Amos offensively in the game for the first time. Makes his way to the left. We have seen Cooper, especially when the ball's been on the right hash mark and he's got room to work on the left, has rolled that way and hit Lance in one-on-one coverage a lot this year. They'll hand off to Jacob Baker, and Jacob's got some room to run. Keeps his feet and keeps fighting forward to the 27-yard line. Good for a first down, and Jacob Baker picking up where he left off a week ago in Russellville.
Well, and it looks like Searcy has read the scouting report on us that, hey, we can pass the ball, but I don't think they've read the ones on them that they can't stop the run. And that's something that they've got to work on, Searcy. And Conway's just going to continue to exploit that. There's no need to pass the ball until they do.
10:40 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. Searcy leads. They scored on the second play of the game following a fumbled kickoff, and first play was a touchdown pass. Jacob Baker tries to go around the right side. There was nowhere to go there. It took about 6 Searcy Lions to bring him down. Leading the way, number 79, Dustin Bullock.
Boy,
and it's a loss on the play.
And then it's offense, and I've seen, we've had a lot of young backs the last 2 years. They try to pull that ball outside when there's nothing there, when they'd be much better off just getting a couple of yards, just diving for a couple of yards. But they're trying to get something out of nothing and end up losing yards.
Second down, 14.
So by next year, hopefully that'll be corrected.
Same play again, the left side, or same result anyway. Third down. Whole host of Searcy Lions come off the field or off the play. Aaron Lynch, a 5'9", 185-pound sophomore, getting the start tonight at middle linebacker. Comes off the pile and
Scott Taylor, our stat guy's
Our
nephew.
stat guy's nephew. And is he a cousin of yours?
And he's a cousin of mine, yeah.
So we should mention him every time he does something
Well,
good.
we'll just do it that one time.
I remember
we
that
don't
happened.
want to talk too much about Searcy.
I remember when that happened at the basketball game. You're right, he's got an older brother?
Yeah, Brandon.
All right. 9:23 to play in opening quarter, 7-0. Cooper looks to throw, and he does. Intended for Isaiah Jackson. Tipped and incomplete. Scott Hudgens, who made the touchdown catch, was there defensively. Jackson actually had a chance to catch it on the tip, but ball got behind him, and it's 4th down and 13.
Not a bad play. Again, it's a play where Cooper could have put a little more air in it, and he's not giving his receiver a chance to catch a lot of those balls that are right on the outside, out of bounds line. And on 4th down, or 3rd down, doesn't really matter.
4th down and 13, and at the field position on the 30-yard line, Coach Smith will go for it. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Casey Cooper's got Jacob Baker behind him.
Amos is open.
He's wide open.
Right,
got it.
Pruitt.
Touchdown, Luke Pruitt.
Yeah.
4th and 13, a 30-yard touchdown pass brings the Wampus Cats to within 1.
Single coverage out there on Pruitt. And we talk about Crenshaw being a big play guy. Pruitt is also a big play guy receiving the ball.
Luke Pruitt, I saw him jog on the field, and I thought he may be going to do a little punch punt, just put it in the corner or something, but instead he runs an out and gets open, and the touchdown makes it 6-7, 7-6, and Chris Knight, who has struggled, admittedly, will have a chance to tie the game up. John Jolly will put the football down.
Well, the extra points have pretty much looked good all year. Hopefully I don't. Yeah.
And it is no good.
I jinxed it, of course.
Way to go. Way to go. I hope they keep your check. 9:10 to play in the opening quarter, and Conway trails 7-6 from Lions Stadium. You're watching Conway 81 Sports.
J.C. Thornton & Company found us the perfect new home, and we had an offer on our old home the very first day.
And today's featured home is 814 Mallard Lane.
This beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home is in a great location. The family room is loaded with hardwood floors, fireplace, and a wet bar. The bay window, pickled cabinets, and island make the kitchen nice and cozy. The extra-large master bath includes a jet tub and 2 walk-in closets. Visit us at our downtown location. J.C. Thornton & Company, a new kind of real estate company.
At Coran Auto Sales, we understand not everyone has perfect credit. We'll work with you to put you in the vehicle you deserve, regardless of your credit history. I'm Secret Coran. If you're tired of not getting the opportunities you deserve because of your credit, come by Coran Auto Sales, where we offer guaranteed financing and a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty with every vehicle. Don't settle for anything less. Come by Coran Auto Sales and get more, regardless of your credit. And remember, bad credit, slow credit, no problem.
Bush and Rasmussen, personal injury attorneys. Assertive. Proactive. Experienced. Effective. Call Bush and Rasmussen for a free consultation. No recovery, no fee. Bush and Rasmussen, your personal injury attorneys. Call 501-329-3500.
7-6, Searcy leads Conway by 1. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Jim, a nice drive by the Wampus Cats. Got the 4th and 13. Got the touchdown pass on the play from Cooper to Pruitt, but still the special teams play, just even 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, is proving to be a struggling part of this team.
That's got to be driving Coach Smith crazy. He downed the ball, and they called it.
He did down the ball.
And it was a great offensive possession. They got most of the yards rushing the ball, and their first 4 or 5 were rushing the ball. And passed when they had to and did it successfully. So it worked out all right. You had to convert that big 4th down, but got to work on that special teams, extra points, field goals.
Jared Landrum, the young man that put a knee on the ground, and we'll get to see Justin Rowden. See him run this offense, hopefully, for more than one play here. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-6. Searcy leads by a point. They'll hand the ball off, and around right side, that is going to be dropped. Outside is number 4, Adam Robertson. Adam Robertson on the carry. He's been injured, but playing tonight.
Playing with a broken hand, I believe.
Yeah, that's injured.
That's pretty tough, yeah.
Landon Ezell on the stop. I don't know if we can get a shot of it at any time tonight, but there's an interesting way that they call the plays in. On the far side of the field, they hold up these 2 large cards, I don't know, for lack of a better term, And that seems to be the way that they're calling the play in. 2nd down and 9. Rowden will throw. Intercepted by John Jolly. Down the far sideline. Wow. Big hit and a flag. John Jolly with the interception and the return of the Wampus Cats have the football in great field position. Regardless of the flag, they're still going to have good field position.
It's going to be on us. I think it's blocking the back. But, yeah, that's a great play by Jolly. Showed that in the first game. He's a ball hawk back there, and he's a great athlete.
Nick Toll running off the sideline, barking at the rest of his team, trying to pump them up, and Coach Kenny Smith gets in his face and tells him good job. It is going to be we're on the opposite side of the field again as from where they face. Next week we'll be at home finally. Taking week 4 before we finally do a game at John McConnell Stadium. We'll get to have the referees face us next week. Blocking the back, 15-yard penalty, and it is a clip, 15-yard penalty, and so the Wampus Cats will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Chris Jackson, far side to the left. And Casey Cooper will bring the team to the line of scrimmage. Again, the Wampus Cats 1-1 on the year. Came within a safety of winning the game a week ago. Eric Crenshaw took a big hit from Adam Robertson and kept moving.
And that I think it was good to see that from Crenshaw. He hit the hole hard. He hit it fast. He happened to run into Robertson.
Adam Robertson, he was moving just as fast the other way.
But the execution's there. He just keeps doing that. Those holes will open up. And when they are there, he's gone.
He got a yard, 2nd down and 9. 7:56 to play. We are in the opening quarter, 7-6. Conway trails by a point. 1-on-1 again, far side where Luke Pruitt is. That man-to-man coverage has led to the touchdown in the last play. Little end around to Josh Cummins that will not work. Big loss on the play. Back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long again for the Wampus Cats.
And again, you see it from the back. He goes back. He loses ground rather than cutting it inside.
That was something that Scott Coulter did very, very well. An old Wampus Cat from that position, as he could see that hole, and he would make the cut towards the line of scrimmage and would be able to pick up positive yardage.
Well, and if you're Coulter, you could do whatever you want. You could have went around him because you're fast enough to do that. But we don't have too many guys that are that fast. And it's just a good play in this offense just to get some positive yardage.
7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. 7-6. Conway trails by a point. 3rd down and long. Cooper looks for Lance Amos. Through the hands again of Scott Hudgens. He was there defensively. He should have knocked it down or at least put a hand on it, more than a hand than he got on it. But
we get another.
Lance Amos not able to make the catch, so it's 4th down and long again.
See if we can be 2 for 2 on 4th down here.
Don't want to make a living doing that, that's
for
sure.
No, you don't.
4th and 18 from the 30-yard line. Pretty much the exact same situation we had a few moments ago.
Got Pruitt in. Out wide to the left. He probably will get a little more respect this time.
To the near side, Mitch Farrell. Lance Amos set up in the slot. Cooper on 4th down. Throws up for grabs. Incomplete. And Searcy will take over on downs. 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at the 30-yard line. 6 minutes, 53 seconds to play in the opening quarter. We're back in a moment. 7-6. Searcy leads Conway on Conway 81 Sports.
Something you show to people every day is your smile. And Dr. Kyle Dalton at Prince Street Dental can give you a smile you'll really be proud to show. Dr. Dalton is a graduate of the prestigious Las Vegas Institute of Cosmetic Dentistry. His skills, along with today's technology, provide numerous methods to perfect your smile. How would you like a 2-hour facelift? In as few as 2 appointments, you can have a younger, more beautiful smile. Dr. Dalton is changing lives one smile at a time. Call today for your consult at 32-SMILE.
Honey, we've got to do something with this yard.
I'll get on it. So what do you think?
Just Ask Rental at True Value has the tools and equipment you need for rent. Plus, you can buy everything else to go along with them.
Buy what you want, rent what you need at Hegel Supply in Conway.
race, lose your ride. Pink's, only on Speed Channel.
Wampus Cats mascot and cheerleaders doing a great job tonight, as always, on the near sidelines. And in front of quite a few Wampus Cat fans that made the trip over, 7-6. Conway trails by a point, and Adam Robertson made the mistake of running without the football.
That's exactly what he did. He was looking where he was going before he had the ball.
2nd down and 10. We see Dylan Jones make his way onto the field, and I mistakenly referred to Dylan as a sophomore during the coaches show with Coach Kenny Smith, and Coach Smith is a great guy, so he didn't correct me on camera.
Yeah, very nice, right.
But in the course of doing some research, I realized that I took a year of eligibility away from Dylan, and that's just not right. He is a junior, and he made the interception a week ago, made a great play on the ball, a diving catch. He's in the game right now. Rowden is loose, and a big hit. He is stuck at the 37-yard line. Scott Tierney is there. And it's going to be close to a 1st down.
Boy, and you're seeing a Searcy team that they are starting to come together. And the coach talked a lot about substituting freely on the defense until he could find some people that would hit. And except for a big 4th down play for us, they stopped us.
We have not seen them look at number 90. That is Kevin Lewis yet. Kevin Lewis is a big-time prospect, 6'5", 225-pound senior. And a tight end or a receiver like that wears number 90, he just kind of stands out anyway.
And you see him out there at like a wide receiver or split end.
Lions get enough for a 1st down. They move the chains, 1st and 10.
He is a huge individual.
And he's not the biggest guy on the team. A couple of 6'6" guys also on the Searcy Lions roster for Bart McFarland, a Lions graduate in 1988, Searcy High School, and he's back with that team there. They look for Kevin Lewis. And
Azell had it.
Azell had his hands on it but didn't bring it in. 2nd down and 10.
Well, that's where you get a quarterback just locking in on a receiver. The Wampus Cats had that one covered very well.
And that is one of the marks against Justin Rowden. And talking to some folks that follow Searcy football, said that he does tend to do that. He tends to lock in on a guy and make his decisions pretty quickly. And if the defenders can read his eyes, they can see where the pass is going to go.
And that's just something that comes with experience. You can really tell that Rowden's only been in the system 1 year like everyone else on Searcy's team.
He gets rid of the ball and off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Jared Landrum. And it will be 3rd down and 10. 5:47 to play in the 1st quarter. 7-6. Searcy leads Conway. This team can put some points on the board.
Yeah.
They did against Wynn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they didn't a week ago against Batesville, but they did against Wynn. So, and they should have a bit of confidence right now. They scored early, did the interception, and now a drive that has moved the chains to this point, 3rd down and 10. Quick pass. Landrum is dropped, well short of the 1st down. Landon Ezell makes the stop, and it will be 4th down.
Boy, Azell and Conk both look so good from the linebackers. At times, they can occasionally make some mistakes, but both of those guys have all the skills, the speed, and the power to play that position. Azell is really comfortable back there. You can tell he's really reading the plays.
Ezell's probably the quicker of the two, but Conk is probably normally the harder hitter of the two, but Ezell put a lick on him there. 5:15 to play, opening quarter, 7-6. Searcy leads, and the punt will be taken at the 20-yard line and returned to the 28 by Eric Anthony, and the Wampus Cats will get the football back 7-6. They have moved the ball well, scoring once and stalling a 2nd time. They get the football for the 3rd time tonight. 5:06 to play in the first quarter. 5:06 to play in the 1st quarter of the final non-conference game. Ready to get to conference play. That'll happen next week for the Wampus Cats as they will take on Central, a Central team that will either be 0-3 for the first time in a real long time, will be 1-2 following their game tonight with Cabot. So regardless, it'll be a Central team that is rebuilding from their squads that went 27-1 the past 2 years. Isaiah Jackson looking for some room, and he's got great speed, and he finds just a bit of a crease, makes his way to the 38-yard line.
Well, and you talk about Jackson's quickness. You can see it there too, but what you really see is his vision, and he could see the holes. You could see him cutting through it. That was a great run.
Aaron Lynch on the stop, as well as Seth McGinnis.
Jackson's one of those guys. You just want to see him on the field a lot more.
You have talked about him since the stakeout.
Well, yeah,
he really impressed you that night.
Very impressive, yeah.
4.5 minutes to play. We're in the first quarter. Another player that's been impressive is that young man, Jacob Baker.
That was another one of those guys.
Baker enough for the first down, gets to the 42-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10. Seeing these young guys play well is, it just speaks to the program and to the future of this team. And the present isn't too bad either right now.
Well, and in the Central Conference that we're in, it's a down year. This is a team, this Conway team, that can win it. It's very realistic that we can win it.
Yeah, the 5A is Springdale and everybody else, and that everybody else is up for grabs, and Conway ought to be in the hunt for that. Eric Crenshaw trying to run away from a guy that's twice his size, gets to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down. That guy that was twice his size was Eric Collins.
Yeah.
6'6", 303. Just about twice his size.
I think you said it well. Wow. And what you saw there from Crenshaw, too, was a lot of heart because he knew he was coming behind him, but he was still fighting for every yard he could get, and he got an extra yard.
Yeah, if he didn't see him, he had to hear him.
Yeah, he knew he was there.
Eric Collins and Zach Mitchell both checking at 6'6", right around 300 pounds. And they've got Kevin Lewis, we mentioned earlier, number 90, 6'5", 225. 2nd down. No room for Baker there as Adam Robertson steps up and makes the stop right at the line of scrimmage, so it will be 3rd down.
And Robertson read that real well. It looked like there was a hole there for a second, and he closed it off.
Offensive line playing together for the second game. They were 3/5 of them were injured the first game and didn't play much, if at all, and weren't on the field together much. Last week they were together. First half, nobody on this football team played well. The second half, everybody picked it up a little bit at least.
It didn't look like they'd ever even met each other the first to the last game.
3rd down and 5. 2:55 to play in the first quarter. Pressure and a stop in the backfield. Robertson and Lynch with the big stop, dropping the Wampus Cats 4th down and 13.
And you'll see Conway punt from here.
4th and 11 from the 40. And yeah, the Wampus Cats will be forced to punt. We'll see Luke Pruitt. So the Lion defense, who has been beat up for 2 weeks, playing pretty well the last 2 series.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If it wasn't for that one good fourth down play from Conway, they'd be shutting us out.
Set up the return and Pruitt with a nice kick down to the 25-yard line. Rufus Virgil over there to make the stop. The return by number 10, Easton Valentine. Valentine, one of the young men that we've heard about that Justin Rowden will throw the ball to. And he returns the football to the 25-yard line where the Lions will take over 1st and 10. We talked about Bart McFarland, their first-year coach, was an assistant at Rogers and made the way down to return to his alma mater and coach, and talked about in one of the preseason publications about how there will be more qualified coaches that will apply for this job at Searcy High School, but there's nobody that wants it more and wants to see this program get to a point of success more than Bart McFarland.
Well, and Coach Smith talked about that too. He said, I can really identify with him. Coach Smith, also a Conway native, he said, that's my Notre Dame, as being the head coach at Conway. And I think McFarland feels the same way.
Brandon Throckmorton, the intended receiver, drops the pass, 2nd down and 10. Really nice question and answer with Coach Smith in the Democrat Gazette this week, in addition to the work that was in the Log Cabin Democrat as always. Nice coverage in the print. Pass intended for Kevin Lewis off his face mask, and Eric Anthony makes the pick. And the Wampus Cats with their 2nd interception of the night. And Wampus Cats get the football back at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 with 1:58 to play.
Yeah, Anthony with a great job. That was a tip drill out there, right off his helmet. And I think it was tipped before that too.
1:58 to play in the opening quarter, 7-6. Conway trails by a point, and they have the football back in Searcy territory.
Searcy yet to have a 1st down.
Wampus Cats have it 1st and 10. There's Baker. Bounces off the first. Good running by Jacob Baker. He ran the last 3 yards backwards, but picked up positive yardage nonetheless. Aaron Anderson making the stop. And it's 2nd down and about 4. 1:41 to play in the opening quarter. The clock runs 7-6. Conway trails by that 1 point.
Conway controlling the ball pretty well offensively, but they've got to get in that red zone and convert.
Cummins in motion. Getting right between the guards, and Jacob Baker's going to be close to a first down. Coach Smith has said on a number of different occasions that this is a fullback-oriented offense. And whether it's Patrick Harris or Jacob Baker, or if it's Peyton Hillis or whoever, that's who this offense is built around. And Jacob Baker is proven to be as good as a sophomore as anybody else out there in that fullback position.
Yeah, he does. He just has a spark about him.
You know, Coach Smith has a good problem. Patrick Harris can certainly fill that position in a positive way also.
Uh-oh, fumble.
Looked like a fumble on the play, and the turnovers are now even. Fumble on the play, and Searcy has the football back. Well, that's going to drive a coach nuts, isn't it?
Yes, it will. Boy, you get the turnover, you're marching, moving the ball, and then the fumble.
45 seconds to play in the opening quarter, 7-6. If you were not with us at the start of the game, you missed some excitement in the first 7 seconds. Opening kickoff fumbled by the Wampus Cats at the 6-yard line. The first play from scrimmage, a touchdown pass to Scott Hudgens from Justin Rowden.
Exciting for Searcy.
Exciting for Searcy.
Heartbreaking if you're a Conway fan.
Conway came back and had a chance to tie it up. Touchdown pass to Luke Pruitt. The extra point was no good, and that's where we stand right now. 7-6 as Justin Rowden runs into his bench on the far side.
Boy, look at Toll running down that sideline, showing some good speed for his size.
Nick Toll, 5'11", 260-pound senior, and has become a real leader on this football team. But it's been good to see. Nicky played as a sophomore and obviously a year ago, and now really getting into that role of a leader on the football team, because there's a lot of youth around him. But Nick and Landon Ezel and Luke Rash, some of these guys that are seniors, Eric Anthony, Rufus Virgil, those guys really taking over leadership roles. Rowden with all kinds of time.
Boy, too much
now
time.
He gets loose and throws.
Oh.
Eric Anthony had his second interception in his hands, just didn't pull it in.
He sure did. Yeah, that pass was way high. Anthony had it in his hands. Couldn't hold it.
Justin Rowden looking at Adam Robertson and telling him to go. Not sure where he wanted him to go. I thought he was pretty much open. He overthrew him.
Right. Well, that's what you say when you overthrow it.
Oh,
you
didn't
go
gone.
long
You
enough.
didn't go long enough. I'm strong. Throw the ball.
Well,
Far.
you're the quarterback. You can do that.
3rd down and 6.
It's never my fault.
Rowden will throw. Looks right and throws that way. Pass is incomplete. Is there a flag? There is not. So it'll be 4th down and 6. And Bart McFarland will have a decision to make. He's punted once, and that's what he will do again. So the Wampus Cat defense holds, and what has been a pretty sloppy first quarter of play. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
You're the analyst, so I probably shouldn't say
it. It
that.
is very sloppy.
Okay, yeah.
Rowden with 9 yards, 2 of 9 passing the ball.
And a touchdown.
Yeah, well, he does have a touchdown, so that's, I don't know what his quarterback rating would be with several interceptions, too.
Eric Anthony makes the catch, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. They're at the 27-yard line. I want to take a moment to remind you about the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals have wrapped up the National League Central. They're done.
But they had that wrapped up like 4 months ago, didn't they?
Officially, it happened this past week. So they're coasting into the playoffs. But if you want to catch Cardinal baseball, and you've been watching it on Channel 81 all season long, don't forget that is moved to Channel 77, so you can watch the Cardinals as basically the Memphis Redbirds finish out the season for them. The Cardinals are on Channel 77 on Conway Corporation Cable for the rest of the season. Wampus Cats 1st and 10. Baker with room to run. Nice job.
Yeah.
The thing I love about him is that his feet keep moving. His feet keep moving.
Well, he did a very good job there just following his blockers. And he saw a hole open up as he was following a blocker, and he cut to the left. Got some good positive yardage.
The clock will run down, and it actually stops with, 0.2 seconds to play in the first quarter. And there will be a measurement here. We'll see if it's good for a first down. That's what they stopped the clock for.
Baker, 9 carries, 38 yards on the night.
We'll stretch it out. It is enough for a first down. So the Wampus Cats will have it 1st and 10. This positive yardage and the offense moving the football is great.
Yes,
but they need to put the football in the end zone,
right,
which they've only done once to this point. and have definitely had some opportunities to do so. Clock runs, and that's going to end the first quarter. We have played at one quarter in Searcy. Lions Stadium is the site, and 7-6 is our score. Searcy has the lead over your Conway Wampus Cats. Second quarter coming up next on Conway 81 Sports.
Did you know that digital pictures printed on inkjet printers will fade over time? Come to Fast Photo. Bringing your digital images to Fast Photo will save you time and money. We can print images off any digital media. Best of all, Fast Photo prints your digital images in a traditional photochemical process, ensuring that your precious memories won't fade away. Fast Photo. Quality photo finishing.
First and 10 as we come back. The cheerleaders and band and students and everybody part of the support team here for Wampus Cat football doing a great job tonight in Searcy. Football team trails by a point, 7-6. Handoff again to Jacob Baker. The sophomore is across midfield. Got a man to beat, cuts back. The rest of the Lions catch up with him, but he crosses the 40 down to the 37. First and 10 for the Wampus Cats, and another great run by this sophomore. We're going to see him a lot. I think he's winning this job, that's for sure. Is that safe to say?
The fact that he started this game tells you he's won the job, and that's nothing against Harris. He's a good fullback, but Baker's just special back there, and you could see it from the moment he stepped on the field. And that Conway just controlling the ball right now, 100 total yards to 25 against Searcy.
First and 10 for the Wampus Cats. To the near side is Lance Amos. Baker and Crenshaw back there. Crenshaw gets the ball this time. He got to the 35-yard line with some help from Tyler Gray. Tyler's his teammate. Actually, it's Chris Wardlow. My apologies. It's not Eric Crenshaw. Wardlow and Baker back there. And again, that's the opportunity for Coach Kenny Smith to interchange those guys. There's actually 4 guys that you could see back there, and you don't lose a whole lot either way. Wardlow and Crenshaw playing that tailback position. Baker and Harris at fullback. Wardlow up the middle. Cuts right, cuts back left. Adam Robertson hits him up high and drops him down underneath the pile. Was number 6 and number 75 for the Searcy Lions, Brandon Throckmorton and Seth Rogers, combining to make the stop.
Wardlow trying to redeem that earlier fumble, and he's certainly looking strong running the ball.
Again, first and 10 for the Wampus Cats as they continue to move the chains. Not throwing the football very much on first and second down. Pretty much sticking to the run, but it's working. As you talked about during the pregame show, this Searcy Lion team has given up a lot of yards on the ground.
And I think we could pass successfully. I think we've proven that. But Coach Smith really wants to establish that run, and he's doing that.
Luke Pruitt far to the right side. Baker, near side, crosses the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Rogers again on the tackle, also big number 71. That's that 6'6" kid, Eric Collins. And it will be second down and 6. Chris Jackson comes to the near side. He brings the play on. His coach uses that wide receiver position to bring in the plays. Baker, that little fullback inside handoff, that little trap play, and it's good for another first down. We're going to be maybe short of it. Be close anyway.
And give that offensive line a lot of credit. They are opening up some holes there too. And there's some Searcy players on their back after that play.
In the course of watching the replay of last week's game, when Jacob scored that touchdown right after halftime, the first drive out of the third quarter, was watching it, and as soon as Jacob scored, he made 5 stops on the field. And they were to the 5 offensive linemen. He had to reach up to hit their helmets, but he did. He reached up and hit every one of their helmets and jogged off the field. He realizes that's where he's going to make his bread and butter, are those guys opening holes just like that.
Uh-oh, fumble.
And another fumble, or was he down?
Well, It hit the ground, yeah. Official saw it.
I know that Searcy's the home of Yarnell's. Is there something that they do to the football?
They store
move it
them
up
in
somehow?
ice cream, I think.
I don't know.
They're
It's
slippery.
a sherbet, something that they dip it in. I don't know what happened. This has been a hard night tonight for them to hold on to the ball.
Baker, 13 carries, 83 yards, 6.4 yard average for him.
9 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first half. 7-6 is our score. Be sure and stick around at halftime. The First State Bank halftime show, as well as the Conway Corporation Student of the Week, sponsored by First State Bank. We'll have that for you at halftime of tonight's game. Might as well give it back to him. Jacob Baker again, close to the goal line.
Boy, very close, very close. Oh, he's just right on it. Baker running very tough, right up the middle.
Just about a yard out, and Farrell out to the far side, and okay, let's say that you're the coach. You're Kenny Smith.
I'm giving the ball to Baker.
33 going to get the ball?
Yes. Yeah.
Did he get in? Looked like he dove in low, and they're going to say the side judge is giving him the touchdown.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Jacob Baker. He got in from a yard out.
Well, we're seeing a star. I want to say in the making, but and he'll be around here for a couple more years.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
So,
that he is something special happening with him.
Yeah, I think so.
Touchdown run for Jacob Baker. And a 2-point conversion the coach will go to. 12-7 after the missed extra point following the first touchdown, trying to extend that lead out to 7 points.
Do you go to the well again? Single back with Baker, but he's going to throw it.
He'll throw the football, or will he?
Option to run.
Cooper, he has stood up at the line and dropped. He will not get in, so the Conway Wampus Cats will lead 12-7. Good defensive play there.
Sure was.
On the 2-point conversion by the Lions. 8:34 to play in the first half. It's 12-7. The Wampus Cats have the lead on Conway 81 Sports.
Dr. Artin Hartog wants to know, are you ready for a lifestyle change for reduced pain and more vitality? Come visit Dr. Art for alternative health care, chiropractic adjustments, acupuncture, homeopathy, the use of all natural medicines, conditions like low back pain with sciatica, fibromyalgia, headaches, and auto injuries, chelation therapy to help clean out your vascular system. Put yourself in the capable hands of Dr. Artin Hartog and reduce your pain. Medicare is accepted.
With over 50 years in Conway, M. Bowden Carpets and Interiors boasts a history steeped in roots of excellence, a family company in its third generation of dedication to its valued customers. M. Bowden's showroom features a vast array of flooring products including carpet, hardwood, ceramic tile, marble tile, vinyl, cork flooring, and area rugs. Carpet cleaning service is also offered. Contact M. Bowden Carpet and Interiors at 501-329-1298.
Dolby Digital, DTS, HDTV, SDTV. Confused? Come see the experts at Audio Express. Audio Express features Toshiba high-definition TVs from 30 inches to the largest 200-inch screen. Audio Express is the area's only clipped speaker dealer, Arkansas-made and world-famous. Experience pure music at its best. Audio Express specializes in custom home entertainment centers. Turn your home into a theater with components from Toshiba, Yamaha, and Kenwood. Audio Express and electronics mean entertainment.
8:34 to play in the opening half. 12-7. The Wampus Cats have their first lead of the night. They've been trying to come back since 7 seconds into the game, and they have done so now. 8:34 to play in the first half. Chris Knight will kick the football off. Wampus Cats up by 5. And it will be taken at the 15-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a little misdirection. Oh, I hate when they do that. And so do the Wampus Cat defenders.
They say it when it works. Chris Knight with the tackle.
Chris Knight makes the stop across the 40-yard line. The return by number 10, Easton Valentine. And it will be 1st and 10 Searcy. Pretty good field position for the Lions.
And Valentine's a guy that we haven't seen catch the ball. I don't think he's caught the ball tonight.
I don't believe so.
And in the first 2 games, he's caught 17 passes for 304 yards.
Justin Rowden throwing the ball around a lot. 44 out of 73, 467 yards, 304 of those yards, like you said, coming to Easton Valentine.
And tonight, 2 of 9 for 9 yards.
8 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the first half. Shotgun, the handoff to the first back through, and Dylan Jones stands up the running back and makes a stop. Landon Ezel comes off the pile as well. Adam Robertson, the carrier of the football. And you mentioned earlier Adam was the guy that they were going to go to, but he's been injured and hasn't played just a whole lot.
Right.
He is playing tonight, though.
He gets a lot of credit just for playing with a broken hand.
Spread offense that Coach Bart McFarland has brought to his alma mater.
Quarterback keeper.
Not much going on there. The Wampus Cat defense piles on. Good defensive play by the Cats. Luke Rash was the first guy there. Luke Pruitt was there. Benton Conk was there. Dylan Jones also there. Great job by the defenders. Landon Ezel coming off the pile as well. We had a chance to get a chance to speak with, but had a chance to see Benton Conk's father, who is, of course, the coach of the UCA Bears, who had a big week, making the move to Division I AA football and Division I with the rest of the athletic department there. And congratulations to UCA for making that move. Dylan Jones hits him low and up high. Looked like it was Luke Rash.
Yeah.
Justin Rowden dropped for a loss. And how about Dylan Jones? Great play by the junior. Coming back from a week ago where he made the interception where even he was feeling, I should have dropped the football. He did the right thing there. Chased him down, made the stop. Good play by the junior Dylan Jones.
Yeah, Dylan Jones shouldn't be discouraged too much for making an interception. He's a great player, and I think we'll forget about that very shortly.
Well, and as Coach Smith said during the coaches show before tonight's game, there's nobody that loves this program and loves this team more than Dylan Jones, and he knew pretty quickly what he did, and he certainly won't do it again in the future. Not the best punt of the night, and it went out of bounds at the 41-yard line, and the Wampus Cats will get the football back with 6:35 to play in the opening half, and with really pretty good field position. Chris Wardlow and Jacob Baker are the running backs, going to be behind Casey Cooper. Chris Jackson also on the field. So we haven't seen, obviously, them throw the football as much tonight since they have run the ball so well. Yeah. But a real threat most of the first two games has been Lance Amos, and we just haven't seen him a whole lot. But we haven't seen Casey throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, and they've thrown to Amos a couple of times, but were unable to connect. And this is one reason why Baker keeps running up the middle for 20.
Again, Jacob Baker, good for a first down across the midfield stripe, across the 45, down to the 43-yard line. And it's the system in place that's working right now. The wing team may not be sexy, but it works.
Well, and we keep calling Baker's name out, and for good reason, but that offensive line is playing much better than it did last week.
Tyler Gray, Nick Mahan, and Zach Throneberry, the guys in the middle, and Jacob Wiggs and Trey Hodges doing a great job.
Baker, 16 carries. He's over 100 yards now, 107 on the night. Not even at half yet.
Throneberry and Mahan actually on the outside. Also, don't forget David Cook.
Ooh.
Tight end, helping out on the offensive line as well. Wardlow dropped for a loss. Chris Wardlow. And he will be dropped at the 45-yard line. That's where the Wampus Cats will have it 2nd and 12.
And you see Amos come in.
He'll come to the near side. That's the short side of the field. Open field to the right. David Cook, the tight end, and Josh Cummins, the wingback, will set up over there. Cummins in motion. Baker again gets it. Jacob running downhill across the 40, across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Just 3rd and short.
Love the way he runs the ball.
Jacob Baker is across the 100-yard mark already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's at 118 now.
118 in the first quarter.
Well, and it just seems like
first half rather.
They've worn down that defensive line for Searcy. He's just having his way now. He's getting 15 yards, 20 yards of carry.
He'll get another chance here. Hits Adam Robertson, rolls over him, enough for a first down inside the 30, and it's 1st and 10 Wampus Cats. They continue to move the chains behind the running of Jacob Baker.
And Robertson came up and hit him. And Baker would have kept going if somebody else from Searcy didn't come up to knock him down.
Jacob Baker is a young man who we saw sparingly in the first half of both of the first two games. Saw him a lot in the second half of both of the first two games. And already 120-plus yards in this first half. A most impressive performance. Wardlow, good yardage for Chris Wardlow as he is close to the 20-yard line.
Well, and I love what I've seen from Wardlow running up the middle, too. He's had some success.
Crenshaw and Harris may have found their way to the second team the way these two guys are running the football tonight.
Wardlow, 4 carries, 19 yards for him. That's a 4.8-yard average.
Luke Pruitt to the near side. Actually, he will go to the far side as he changes his mind.
Or somebody changed it for
Somebody
him,
changed his
something.
mind. Second down and a yard. You throw the football here? Or you just keep
it wouldn't be
pounding it up
bad,
the middle?
Take a shot. And
That's what they'll do. They'll look for Luke Pruitt in the end zone.
Yep.
Luke Pruitt makes the catch. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. A 21-yard touchdown pass on second and a yard. And again, Cooper to Pruitt for the touchdown.
Boy, and Pruitt just consistently beating his man out there. And that was a beautiful throw from Cooper over his outside shoulder, just like you would want it. Just a beautiful pass, good touch on it too.
18-7, the Wampus Cats lead.
They're going to try this two-point conversion again. And I thought last time Cooper made the right decision. It looked like there was room to run there, and that's the safe play.
Yeah, it closed quick, didn't it?
But it closed quick, yeah.
18-7, Wampus Cats have the lead. 2 touchdown passes tonight from Casey Cooper to Luke Pruitt. Cooper will throw back to the near side. Amos will not get in. So two-point conversion again fails, and the Wampus Cats lead is at 18-7. 3 minutes, 57 seconds to play in the first half. Back with more from Lions Stadium next on Conway 81 Sports.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has more than 150 extra college football games. Key matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football.
You don't realize how hard it is to sit under a light standard at one of these high schools with bugs slamming into these lights and just flying into everything you've got.
He complains about the bugs, but they're just part of the game.
You got a soda. You got a soda, you're trying to quench your thirst while you're describing another Wampus Cat touchdown, and there's bugs in your soda. You don't need that.
Sure, it's raining bugs. They're down my shirt. They're in my drink. But you just drink it, and you go on.
You can't make this stuff up. On Monday and Wednesday nights, they're watching it themselves. It's very, very difficult. 3:57 to play in the opening half. 18-7, the Wampus Cats have the lead. A couple of touchdown passes from Casey Cooper to Luke Pruitt and a touchdown run by Jacob Baker. We haven't made an extra point yet.
No.
You tend to forget watching
Or a
football
two-point conversion.
that touchdowns are just 6 points because you learn as a kid to do math by sevens.
Right, yes.
It's 7, 14, 21. You know, you learn it that way. But you actually just get to 6 points for the touchdown, and that's what we're teaching kids tonight. I think it's nice of Coach Smith to teach them.
You think that's what he's after?
It's, division of the sixes, yeah.
And not to take the extra point for granted.
Maybe that is what it is.
Man.
Hey, Chris Knight put a good foot into it there. It went out of bounds. There's a bit of wind blowing from the north to the south.
Just a bit, though. That's a lot of leg there.
A lot of leg into it. So good for Chris Knight. He needs to get some confidence.
Yeah.
We talked about it a week ago. Field goal kicking is as much between the ears as it is the leg, and he needs some confidence in any form he can get it.
Yeah. And Searcy running the spread offense, the passing team, you'd think, with Conway really just trying to run the ball, that they would have the passing advantage. But Conway with 51 passing yards to Searcy's 9. Of course, we're out rushing them 157 yards to 8. Total yards, 208 to 17.
Rowden and Robertson, high snap, and Justin Rowden comes up with it. James Delph putting some pressure on him, still putting some pressure on him. Passes out of bounds. It's tipped and goes out of bounds, intended for Kevin Lewis. Lewis, the 6'5", 225-pound senior who has been quiet tonight, and as you mentioned, with 17 total yards, they've mainly been quiet since the first 7 seconds of the game.
Yeah, they have.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the opening half. Again, stick around at halftime for the First State Bank halftime show, as well as the Conway Corporation Student of the Week, sponsored by First State Bank.
Well, Conway jumped on that one.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first half, 2nd and 10. Wampus Cats will cut the distance in half that they need to pick up a first down.
Getting a little antsy over there. They're wanting to get after that quarterback.
Reminder again about next week. We will be at home, finally. It's been a long time since we've done a game at John McConnell Stadium.
I don't even know if I remember how to get over there.
Yeah, we'll have to get directions. Better than the directions we had tonight.
Ooh, yeah.
There was some of our crew that had a hard time finding Lions Stadium tonight. But we will be at John McConnell Stadium next week against Little Rock Central. Rowden to throw. Hits his receiver.
And that was a good throw by Rowden.
Going to be good for a first down. Pass was to Valentine. Easton Valentine. We do not have.
First down.
We don't know for sure, but we think he was named after an aluminum bat. That's what we believe.
And a holiday?
And a holiday, yes. I think he didn't have any control over the last name.
Oh, okay.
He probably didn't have any control over the first name, actually.
Well, maybe not.
Since he was just a baby.
Right. It's hard to fight that.
3:35 to play in the first half. Wampus Cats up 18-7.
Fumble.
Bad snap. Rowden with a nice job to get anything out of it. He gets across the 35-yard line. Chased down by Landon Ezell and
Dylan Jones.
Dylan Jones there as well.
A great pursuit over there to catch the quarterback who had a slight lead.
We've got about 7 or 8 guys, it seems like, that can play in the defensive secondary.
Yeah.
And can be quick and hit hard. We see Mitch Farrell out there some. Rufus Virgil plays a lot. Jamal Whitworth, Eric Anthony. Handoff, and it gets nothing. Third down.
Well, and yeah, we talk about how much different the offense is for Conway. The defense is really a lot different over the last 5 years anyway.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a defensive line, linebacker-oriented defense. But this one, I think the strength may be in the secondary.
Yeah, there have been times tonight and last week as well where we saw just 2 down linemen.
Right.
Everybody else, in fact, right there, you just see Nicky Toll in the 3-point stance. Everybody else is standing and jumping. So that'll be 5 yards for Searcy.
Boy, I don't know. They're just guessing down there or something.
2 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the first half.
It's not just, oh, that is going to be on Searcy. Okay.
So they did move.
They weren't guessing. They saw somebody move. All right. I saw like 3 Conway players jump, but I saw that last time too.
2 minutes, 28 seconds to play, and a timeout. We'll take it with the Searcy Lions as they take this timeout. 2:28 to play in the first half. 18-7. Conway's up on Conway 81 Sports.
You can put a value on almost everything except your eyes. That's why it's so important to have your eyes examined regularly. At Arkansas Eye Center, every kind of care your eyes need, including laser vision correction and cataract surgery, is all right here at the center. Put your trust in Dr. David Baker and his staff at the Arkansas Eye Center in Conway. After all, you can't put a value on your eyes.
Laser Cartridge Plus for all your printer, fax, and copier supplies.
Check out these hot prices on ink.
Laser Cartridge Plus.
Check out these hot prices on toner.
Laser Cartridge Plus.
100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Laser Cartridge Plus for all your printer, fax, and copier supplies.
2 convenient locations to serve you.
Welcome back to Lions Stadium. A really, really nice setting for high school football. Once you find the place, it's at the end of a road, at the dead end of a road. But once you get here, it is really, really nice. They've just recently, in fact, this year, moved the home stands to the other side. And it's a great setting for high school football on a Friday night. Pass over the middle is intercepted. That's Eric Anthony, I believe. Did he get the ball in time? He did. Eric Anthony, his second interception, could have been his third of the night.
Yeah, it could have been.
Picks it off, and the Wampus Cats have the football back following the timeout and the interception at the 42-yard line. I call it the 43. 1st and 10 with 2:20 to play. The Cats with a chance to put more points on the board before they go to halftime. They trailed 16-0 last week at the half and played a great second half. They played a really good first half this time. A little bit of sloppiness still on both sides of the football for the Cats, but there's certainly been some signs of greatness as well.
Boy, those safeties, they're just sitting back there looking at the quarterback, and like you said, he doesn't look off very well. So wherever he's looking, they head that way, and they're getting some interceptions tonight.
Jacob Baker tripped up and dropped for a couple of yards. Ran over the block of Jacob Wiggs. And second down. Be second down and 9.
2 minutes to go. It'd be nice to go in with one more score since we can't get an extra point or a 2-point conversion.
6 points at a time. We'll just keep taking it.
Right, yeah. It all wins a win.
Isaiah Jackson set up in the wingback position, and he'll get the handoff from Eric Crenshaw. He runs into Casey Cooper. Isaiah's still on his feet. Isaiah Jackson down the sideline, and they are going to say that he stepped out of bounds. No, they're not. Touchdown.
No,
I thought they were.
Boy, he was tight roping it. Well, Casey Cooper nearly tackled him. Boy, I tell you, Jackson has got some skills, and you can see it there. Good speed, good quickness, and just good balance running down that sideline.
Isaiah Jackson scores, and the Wampus Cats lead 24-7. He was right on the sideline, and I thought that the official was going to run and point at the spot, but he actually ran and put his arms up and indicated touchdown for the sophomore Isaiah Jackson. And look who is going to kick the extra point.
Yeah, Luke Pruitt.
It is number 2, Luke Pruitt, on for his first attempt of the year. Chris Knight missed the extra point earlier and is 0 for 3 on field goals. That extra point is up, and it is perfect.
Well, that's a pretty sight there.
25-7, the Wampus Cats lead with 1:37 to play in the first half. Back with more in a moment on Conway 81 Sports.
For quality vacuums, air purifiers, and excellent service, you'll want to visit Oric Vacuums of Conway.
Hi, I'm Steve Sager with Oric Vacuums of Conway. I'd like to thank the people of Conway and surrounding areas for supporting our business for the past 2 years. You're all invited to come by and see our new line of vacuums and air purifiers. We now not only carry Oric, but also SIBO, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and other quality vacuums. We also service and repair most all brands. Oric Vacuums of Conway, we look forward to serving you.
Family owned and operated, the place for in-ground pools and spas is Luxury Pools and Spas in their new location in Conway. With over 28 years experience, Luxury Pools and Spas specializes in the construction of in-ground pools, providing quality products and superior service. Luxury Pools and Spas carries Caldera Spas, plus a complete line of Regal chemicals to keep your pool or spa at its best. Luxury Pools and Spas. Call 327-1772 for more information.
Good crowd on hand here tonight. 1:37 to play in the opening half. 25-7. Your Wampus Cats have the lead. Luke Pruitt kicked the extra point, but Chris Knight will kick off, and he kicks it into the end zone again. Great job by Chris Knight kicking the football off.
Well, Coach Smith has fired him up, if nothing else, and maybe he can come back and be a factor later in the season. But as long as Pruitt's putting it through the uprights, he's going to have the job.
Well, and Luke's got to get to a point where there may be a fatigue factor. He plays a lot.
Well, you're right about that, too.
Punts the football, now kicking the football, plays both ways. 1:37 to play, and the scoreboard shows a Wampus Cat lead, 25-7, and the stats that we'll go over a little bit at halftime, my goodness, it is all the way of the Wampus Cats so far in the first half. In the shotgun, Rowden looks to throw. Jeff Bell chasing him down. There he found the big guy. That's Kevin Lewis. Kevin Lewis went up over somebody. It may have been Dylan Jones. He's 6'5", so he's got some great size.
It's pretty easy to spot for a quarterback who's about to get nailed.
Big number 90 stands there 6'5", puts his arms up. Look like he's 8 feet tall.
Man.
1st and 10. Maybe not 8 feet, 7.5 feet. Coach Boucher calling me on the 8 feet.
Well,
he'd be like a giant. He'd be like Goliath out there.
Up here, yeah, he does look like
Goliath. From this distance, from this angle, with his arms up. Yeah, he looks 8 feet tall. They're going to need a bunch of 8 feet guys, I think, to come back in this one. Valentine makes the catch up to the 48-yard line.
Little screen executed well.
1st and 10. And a bit of momentum now on the side of the Lions as they move the chains. It's only their, third or fourth first down in the entire first half.
Rowden now 4 of 12 for 30 yards.
1:13, the clock runs.
Make that 5 of 13, 46 yards.
3 to the near side. Rowden steps up in the pocket. He's loose and will run. Takes a big hit and out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Luke Pruitt coming up, delivering that hit.
I bet Luke Pruitt sleeps until Sunday every week. I bet he just sleeps right through Saturday.
I think he probably spends a significant amount of time in a whirlpool.
An injured Wampus Cat on the field.
In an ice bath or something. He does play a lot.
Can't tell which Wampus Cat that is, but while they tend to him, we will take a break and come back in just a moment. 58.7 seconds to play in the opening half, and the Cats lead 25-7 on Conway 81 Sports.
Come on! Can you wait a minute?
Talk to LiftMaster and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Our handy wireless keyless entry mounts on your door frame to open your garage door without a remote control or keys. The temporary private password option is great for friends and service people. Call this LiftMaster dealer and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Call us now.
Cordsmire Furniture is quality backed by experience since 1924. 3 generations of expertise and 80 years of providing only the finest furniture and appliances to Conway. Cordsmire Furniture in downtown Conway has strived to provide experience, service, quality, and great savings in a friendly hometown atmosphere. Come by and see us today. Cordsmire Furniture, Oak and Chestnut in downtown Conway.
58.7 seconds, tenths of a second on the clock here at Lions Stadium. So we'll call it 58 seconds to play in the first half. Yeah, 25-7, the Wampus Cats lead. Benton Conk was the injured Wampus Cats, and he made his way off the field under his own power, so he's going to be all right.
Yeah, looked fine.
Make sure he is okay and get him back on the field as soon as possible. Rowden looks to throw and does. Nicky Toll will never have a better chance for an interception.
Yeah.
Hands of stone, Nick Toll, and he was so frustrated with himself.
Boy,
a flag on the play, but
I tell you what, and that's the first time I've seen it dropping him back in coverage. That was a great defensive play. And
he's still bouncing around out
he's
there.
like, I should have had that. I could have ran all the way. Nobody's going to stop me.
Nobody would have caught me.
Azell draws a personal foul against Searcy.
Unsportsmanlike against the Lions will back them up. 55 seconds to play.
They were going at it, and Azell it was smart enough to kind of pull away after the officials started looking, and he drew the foul.
It'll be at the 43-yard line. Big penalty. And it's 3rd down and 15. 54 seconds to play. 3 in the backfield.
Yeah.
And a handoff to Robertson. Not going to get a whole lot. Crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, interesting play call.
And the Wampus Cats want a timeout. 4th down and long, and with 45 seconds to play, Coach Smith wants the chance to get that offense back on the field.
I guess so. Wow.
So 45 seconds to play in the first half. Again, stick around at halftime. We'll have the First State Bank halftime show as well as the Conway Corporation Students of the Week. It's sponsored by First State Bank. This reminder also about Conway 81 Sports. Of course, it's where you watch the Wampus Cats. It's where you're watching the Wampus Cats right now. But it's also the place on Conway Corporation where you see UCA football and Gulf South football as well as Razorback Classics. So tune in for that. You can catch the replay schedule on 81 Classifieds. Conway 81 Sports. We're proud to be a part of that for our 5th season now. And seems to get it better hopefully it gets better every game.
Well, we try.
We do. We try. We do the best we can. And sometimes that's just not good enough.
I don't know. I think it might be good.
Well, we're trying. We're certainly trying.
We are trying.
Shane Wilson and his staff doing a great job as always, setting things up and getting things ready for Conway football tonight. From Searcy, 42 seconds. Clock runs as the punt lands and goes out of bounds, is down at the 22-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10. The Wampus Cat offense will come back on the field. Last time they touched it was Isaiah Jackson going 41 yards down the left sideline. It was a handoff that he was set up in that wingback position and gave the ball to Wardlow, and he handed the ball off to Isaiah Jackson. And once Casey Cooper got out of his way, he got some pretty good yardage.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Smith's getting pretty darn creative this year. We're throwing the ball more. He's calling timeouts with 40 seconds left just so he can get the ball back.
Trying to put some more points on the board.
Here? What's going on?
Getting ready for that conference play next week.
Well, Searcy playing way off in prevent defense.
Baker with the carry. Another timeout call by Coach Smith. Coach is also pointing to the clock.
Well, in his defense, the clock operator has had some trouble keeping up with the time.
28.2 seconds. And Jim, I know you've had a chance to keep up with some of the stats in this first half, and with the timeout called here, it's been all Conway.
Oh yeah, total yards Conway 245, Searcy 67, passing the ball Conway 51, Searcy 46, and most of that on that last drive of the half for them. Conway 194 yards rushing the ball, Searcy 21. Dominant.
It has been dominant, and Searcy led the game 7-0. and they led a fumbled kickoff, the opening kickoff by the Wampus Cats led to the first play of the game was a 6-yard touchdown pass from Justin Rowden to Scott Hudgens. That made it 7-0 after the extra point. Conway made it 7-6 and have scored since then a couple more times to make it 25-7, which is it is right now, with just 28 seconds to play in the first half. Casey Cooper looks for Mitch Farrell, tipped, and a flag on the play. There was at least double coverage there.
Boy, I'm surprised.
Valentine was deep, along with Seth McGinnis.
Just a little contact there. We'll take it, but I've seen less not called, or more not called.
Yeah, more not called last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
A couple of times. And it may be against the Wampus Cats.
Okay, all right. Well,
no, we're not paying attention.
In that case,
they're marking it up.
Okay.
Well, we should probably just be quiet and let everything happen in front of us.
We'll let the officials get this right here.
Yeah, as long as they get it right, I guess we can.
We can blame the officials, Jeff.
We have.
If the quarterback can blame the receivers.
21.2 seconds to play. We are in the opening half. Conway leads 25-7. They've scored 25 unanswered points against the Searcy Lions defense that has given up a lot the last 2 weeks, and they've given up a lot in this first half as well. Pass intended for and caught by Lance Amos. Lance drops his shoulder, and did he get out of bounds? I believe he did. Good for a first down, and he's out of bounds. 11.9 seconds to play in the first half. And Coach Kenny Smith will call that last timeout.
That's Amos's first reception on the night. Conway's leading receiver.
Coach Smith's offense is setting up to run the next play, and he'd already called the timeout. 12 seconds to play in the opening half, 25-7. We have seen the Wampus Cats run the ball with the fullback. We've seen them run the ball with the wingback. Tailback has had a few carries tonight. They've thrown the ball a little, and it's been sloppy. There have been fumbles tonight, interceptions, and we've seen a little bit of everything in this first half.
Boy, we have, yeah. And it started off that way. But the important thing is the 25-7 score for Conway. But the way they've controlled the ball on both sides, it should be a lot more than that, really.
Yeah, you're right. It probably should be more. Well, it at least should be the extra points from the 3 extra points that were not converted. So if you just tack on those 3 points, a 28-7 lead could easily be in place. But the Cats have looked better tonight. Just little improvements. You want to see these improvements happen. They've put together 2 good halves of football back-to-back.
Oh, yeah.
Good second half against Russellville. Good first half tonight. And we will see what the second half brings. Obviously, we saw a week ago that the games can definitely be completely turned over in one half. So
certainly,
the Searcy Lions could come out and look completely different in the second half.
I would be shocked. But
it would be shocking, but it could happen.
Yeah, you're right. Flag thrown.
Flag on the play.
Amos was lined up off sides.
I thought the referee was looking at Coach Smith and giving a face mask signal. He had a hand in front of his face and was doing something. And I thought, well, they didn't snap the ball. How can you have a face mask penalty unless it was on yourself? And that just doesn't seem right. So they'll back him up 5 yards. 1st and 15. 12 seconds to play in the opening half. Casey being pressured. Cooper rolls and will keep. Look at Casey Cooper.
Wow.
Casey Cooper tripped up inside the 30. It'll stop the clock with just 0.6 seconds. You think Luke Pruitt will?
He should have just ran that one out of bounds.
Try to spike the ball.
Yeah, and get Pruitt out.
I know the rule in basketball, but
there's not enough time. Yeah.
They will start the clock as soon as the chain gang's set.
Well, 0.6 seconds. I don't know.
Can you spike the ball in football that quickly?
No, they should have just thrown it into the end zone.
And Coach Smith, not pleased with the clock operator. He's pointing up there and waving his fellas into the locker room. And I tell you what, they're moving the football down. They look good at this point. 25-7. The Wampus Cats lead, and we will take a break and come back and have some stats for you in the halftime show. The First State Bank halftime show coming up next as Conway leads 25-7 at halftime on Conway 81 Sports.
Fox Soccer Channel is America's home for the world's favorite sport. Over 1,200 live matches each year from the best leagues and tournaments around the globe. The English Premier League, Argentine League, German Bundesliga, the FA Cup, Major League Soccer, plus much more. Fox Soccer Channel.
Your world, your life,
Your game.
Tempted by the fruit of another.
VH1 Classic redefines the music you know you love and gets to the heart of the artists that matter.
Love is a battlefield.
With exclusive appearances by the most influential artists of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and today. Reconnect with the best music in your life.
Welcome back to Lion Stadium. Jeff Matthews alongside Jim Files. The First State Bank halftime show continues. 25-7 right now. The Wampus Cats have the lead. The defense has only given up the one touchdown at the very start of the game and played pretty well since then. The offense is coming around as well. Jim, you've got some stats that show the proof of that.
Yeah, the only negative thing you can say is special teams. If it wasn't for that, it would have been a perfect half. Conway dominating the line of scrimmage, had 291 yards total offense. Searcy 67. Cooper threw threw 6 times, completed 3 of those for 72 yards. Baker 20 rushes, 125 yards, a touchdown. Crenshaw 4 carries, 24 yards. Jackson 3 carries, 43 yards. And for Searcy, Rowden 5 of 14, 46 yards, 3 interceptions. That's what's killing them. Rowden also 7 carries for 15 yards.
It has been all Conway in this game. 25-7. As you mentioned, the special teams has been a little bit of a problem. Luke Pruitt did kick an extra point, and that was a positive thing. We'll see how that all shakes out in the second half. 25-7 is the score at halftime. We will come back in just a moment and have third quarter action for you, where it's coming back on Conway 81 Sports.
My name is Leslyn Ichter, and I'm a senior at Conway High School West, and I am in choir and drama.
My name's Kathy Houston. I'm a counselor at Conway High West campus. We have selected Leslyn Ichter as our female student of the week this week, simply because of the way she herself as a new student has come onto our campus and just jumped in and taken the lead in helping some other students that are also new to our campus this year.
I would have to say my favorite class is anatomy, although I do not plan on studying anatomy in college or making that my career. I just find it very interesting, and I've always loved, watching operations on TV and all that, so it's a lot of fun.
I can really see 2 ways in that Leslyn's been a role model to others on our campus, not only the students but also our faculty and staff. As a displaced student enrolling on our campus from Hurricane Katrina, she has stepped up and she has set an example for our students on how to reach out to others in time of need. And with the other new students that we've had that have enrolled from New Orleans and surrounding areas, she has been the person who has jumped up and wanted to take the lead in showing those students around, helping them to adjust. She already has a connection with them, and she is doing her best to help them feel connected as well.
I plan on either attending Belmont University or Baylor University, and I plan on double majoring in musical theater and child psychology.
My name is Jose Villamont. I'm a senior at Conway High West. I am in Beta Club, French Honorary, and French Club.
I'm Linda Hammontree, and I'm a counselor at Conway High School West Campus, and I'm nominating Jose Villamont, who is a senior here. Jose came to this country in 2000. His father came first and sent for him. He came from Cuba. Jose knew no English at all when he came to this country, but he has mastered the language beautifully in just a short period of time.
My favorite class is European history because one of the greatest teachers teaches it, Mr. Owen, and also because I love history. That's what I'm majoring in also, because it's just great.
the impact that he's made on this school is that he's a leader. He's a strong leader, loves to share the knowledge and the history of his country. He is a very bright young man. He's taking 3 AP classes. But remember, this is a young man that only learned to speak English 5 years ago, and he's just outstanding. Kids look to him. He's an honest. He's just an all-around good guy.
I plan to go to college, probably in Hendrix, and get a major in history and in archaeology. After that, I might work as an archaeologist, go around the world. That's what I would like to do.
Water, fire, natural disasters, and even mold. We take care of them all, anytime, day or night, from cleanup to reconstruction. Tell your insurance provider you prefer All Clean USA.
It's all very simple, really. It's all under one roof. If you want to buy a home or sell the one you have, if you want a lease that won't penalize you for moving out early to buy your dream home, if you need insurance, well, we've got that too. We have a team of over 40 real estate agents and support staff, and we're the #1 agency in Faulkner County by a long shot. We're Pam McDowell Properties, and we're #1 for a reason.
Back to Lions Stadium now in Searcy. It's Jeff Matthews and Jim Files and crew from Conway 81 Sports here. Doing a great job bringing you the pictures of this game. Our thanks to the camera guys and all of Shane Wilson's crew that are putting the game together tonight. Scott Taylor doing stats for us as always and doing a great job. And we are underway. Isaiah Jackson making a tackle on special teams as the return was by number 7, Scott Hudgens. Scott Hudgens caught a touchdown pass to start the game, made the score 7-0, and since then it's been a Luke Pruitt touchdown reception on 4th down, a 30-yard touchdown reception. A Jacob Baker 1-yard touchdown run, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Cooper to Pruitt, and a 41-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Jackson. All underclassmen, juniors and sophomores doing all the scoring for Conway. Puts the score where it is, 25-7 right now.
And a great job by the Conway secondary. 3 interceptions, should be 5. If Toll and Anthony could have held on to a couple.
Robertson playing his first game, or at least playing running back. He has played injured a little bit this year, but broken hand, but he's playing tonight. Runs the football for a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Playing both ways, too.
For the season, for those first 2 games, 467 yards and 4 touchdowns. He did not have a first half that was indicative of those stats from the first couple of games.
Boy.
Quarterback keeper there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6, maybe 7. He is stood up and dropped by the Wampus Cat defense. Nice job by those guys. Nick Toll, Anthony Zell, and others all in on the stop.
Boy, and then Rowden's defense, he hasn't had a lot of time. Conway's defensive line has really controlled the line of scrimmage.
10:57 to play in the 3rd quarter. We are just underway in the 3rd quarter. 25-7. Wampus Cats have the lead. Secondary is filled with Wampus Cats. They just have the 2 down linemen. Slung over the middle and intercepted again. That is Eric Anthony, his 3rd of the night. And Eric Anthony is having a great night back there. Just kind of playing center field.
Yeah, he is. And boy, he is, and that should have been his 4th.
Should have been his 4th, but he'll take 3 of them.
Go through his arms, but yeah, that's pretty darn good. The safeties are having a pretty good night.
The Wampus Cats get the football. Chris Jackson set up to the far side in the backfield. Jacob Baker, and next to him at the tailback position, we've seen Chris Wardlow back there, but Eric Crenshaw there right now.
Guess who?
Look at Jacob Baker again.
Wow.
There's no let up in him.
No.
The sophomore who is just running over and through people.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it against Cabot. We saw it there. He did it against Russellville last week. Looked great in the second half.
Mm-hmm. The thing that's different tonight is the offensive line is knocking the defensive line off the ball. And so once Baker gets past that line, there's nothing but linebackers and secondary people, and he's running over them.
Baker again runs between the guards, and see big Zach Throneberry coming off the pile there, Tyler Gray, Nick Mahan, Jacob Wiggs, Trey Hodges, those guys in the offensive line. We have been amiss in not mentioning them enough tonight, but they are playing great.
Baker 22 carries, 145 yards on the night, 6.3 yard average.
We will have a timeout called by Searcy. 9:57 to play in the 3rd quarter. Wampus Cats the right inning again. They lead 25-7 on Conway 81 Sports.
Take a step in the right direction every time you visit Dreyer's Shoes of Conway. Family owned and operated, Dreyer's Shoes has been around for over 70 years, and we still impress everyone with our wide selection of quality brands. With names like Nike, Puma, New Balance, and Nike Shox, chances are good your favorite pair of shoes ever are in stock right now. So put your best foot forward and come see us soon. Dreyer's Shoes of Conway, in the town center next to J.C. Penney.
Helton's Wrecker U-Haul has the service you need. No job is too big or too small. Helton's has a full mechanic shop with a $15 Ladies' Day special every Tuesday on a lube, oil, and filter. Helton's Wrecker U-Haul installs hitches on just about any vehicle. We also make and install custom exhaust systems. Helton's has been serving the needs of Central Arkansas for over 40 years. We are always on our toes at Helton's Wrecker Service. Give us a call at 327-7681.
Meet Bob. Bob went to Arizona. His friend went to Nebraska. And their other friend, Florida State. Now they all live together in LA. So how do they follow their favorite college teams? With Fox College Sports, featuring over 800 NCAA games each year on 3 regionally aligned channels. FCS Pacific, FCS Central, and FCS Atlantic. All the games that matter in one powerful package. Fox College Sports, where college never ends.
Wampus Cats leading 25-7 with 9:57 to play in the third quarter. Jacob Baker is the lone running back behind Casey Cooper. And he'll get the football again and runs around the right side and scores. Jacob Baker scores from 4 yards out, his second touchdown of the night. And he continues to impress.
Boy, and in the right side of that offensive line, David Cook, tight end, they all had that sealed off, and Baker was able to go around there and found some holes.
31-7. Now, we noticed earlier when Chris Knight was kicking the extra points that John Jolly was his holder. Casey Cooper holds when Luke Pruitt kicks, and that's what will happen here. Casey will put the snap down, a good snap. Pruitt's kick is up, and 2 in a row for Luke Pruitt makes the score 32-7. The Wampus Cats extend their lead, and they are looking very, very good tonight. 9:52 to play in the third quarter. Back with more in a moment on Conway 81 Sports.
J.C. Thornton & Company found us the perfect new home, and we had an offer on our old home the very first day.
And today's featured home is 814 Mallard Lane.
This beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home is in a great location. The family room is loaded with hardwood floors, fireplace, and a wet bar. The bay window, pickled cabinets, and island make the kitchen nice and cozy. The extra-large master bath includes a jet tub and 2 walk-in closets. Visit us at our downtown location. J.C. Thornton & Company, a new kind of real estate company.
At Coran Auto Sales, we understand not everyone has perfect credit. We'll work with you to put you in the vehicle you deserve, regardless of your credit history. I'm Secret Coran. If you're tired of not getting the opportunities you deserve because of your credit, come by Coran Auto Sales, where we offer guaranteed financing and a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty with every vehicle. Don't settle for anything less. Come by Coran Auto Sales and get more, regardless of your credit. And remember, bad credit, slow credit, no problem.
Bush and Rasmussen, personal injury attorneys. Assertive. Proactive. Experienced. Effective. Call Bush and Rasmussen for a free consultation. No recovery, no fee. Bush and Rasmussen, your personal injury attorneys. Call 501-329-3500.
9:52 to play in the third quarter, 32-7. Wampus Cats up, and Jim, so far so good for the Wampus Cats.
Boy, yeah, Baker carrying a load, 23 carries, 149 yards on the night, 6.3 yard average for him. A little misdirection thing again, and the Wampus Cats are not biting.
Yeah, that time it didn't work. It has worked.
It worked once, yeah.
Scott Hudgens ended up with the football, but wasn't able to do just a whole lot. And the Wampus Cat defense is back on the field, and Eric Anthony, his eyes are wide, looking for interception number 4 of the night.
He's locked in tonight. That is what you call locked in. Wherever the ball is, Eric Anthony is there. And if he's not, Jolly is. Or Big Nick Toll dropping back into coverage.
Big Nicky Toll dropping back, getting his hands up.
Just give him another shot. He's going to catch the next one.
Stumbling, bumbling down towards the goal line if he gets his hands on it. 32-7, Cats up. Shotgun formation for Rowden. High snap. He will hand off to Robertson. He looks to go on the left side. Look at Eric Anthony coming up from that secondary position.
Yeah,
makes the stop inside the 20, back about the 16 or 17-yard line. They'll give him some momentum up to the 19, it looks like. Second down.
Azell and all the rest of Wampus Cats converged in on that one. Anthony having a great night, though.
Well, Coach has got to be pleased with the aggressiveness that this defense is playing.
Yeah, well, I think everything but special teams he has got to be happy about.
And they may have fixed that if Luke Pruitt keeps going like he is.
I think you're right. It's looking better.
Pass over the middle. Did he catch that?
I can't believe.
Well, that was a great catch right there. That ball was behind him by the time he got his hands on it.
Dylan Jones, I thought he was able to knock it down, but it went right by his hand, I guess.
Easton Valentine makes the catch. Good for a first down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Boy, and again, Valentine in the previous 2 games, 17 receptions, 304 yards. Conway just really is shutting him out tonight. 3 receptions, 35 yards. Not a complete shutout, but they're hurting him.
John Jolly was the closest player to it. He plays for us. Pass was intended for number 31, Hayden Byram. 5'10", 165-pound sophomore that we seen for the first time tonight with a pass his direction. Clock stops with 8:44 to play in the third quarter. These spread offenses, they're good for concession sales because there are some long football games. It is 9:10 on Friday night, and we are just at the 8:44 mark of the third quarter. Tierney putting on the pressure. Anthony there, but the ball was overthrown.
Boy, and Tierney leveled Rowden on that play too.
Third down. As we talked about, Coach Bart McFarland, a graduate of Searcy High School and kind of a younger version of Coach Kenny Smith. That's the job he wanted, was to come back and coach his alma mater. Build a program here. And you can see there's a good crowd that's in the stands tonight from Searcy watching this team and lining the fence that surrounds the field. Low snap, and that just didn't work. Hey, Jeff Bell, great play, low. Made the stop along with Benton Conk up high.
Yeah.
And it will be 4th down.
Boy, yeah, those 2 guys just converged on the ball.
So Eric Anthony drops back into punt return position. He keeps backpedaling to about the 40-yard line. 8:16 to play in the third quarter, 32-7. Cats have the big lead.
No letdown in the second half. Boy, except for that error on the opening kickoff for Conway, they have played with a lot of fire.
The punt backs up. A couple of Wampus Cats, Dylan Jones and Jamal Whitworth, were close to Justin Rowden, the punter. The official kept watching. It looked like he might have thrown the flag, but he did not. 8 minutes to play in the third quarter, 32-7. The Wampus Cats have the lead, and they have the football as Tyler Gray comes to the football as the center with the guards next to him, Jacob Wiggs and Trey Hodges, Nick Mahan, and Zach Throneberry set up on the outside of them and get ready to make some room for Jacob Baker, and it'll be Patrick Harris who's in the game. Harris and Crenshaw back there together now. And Harris.
It's a tandem that started the year as starters.
And we announced Patrick Harris as a starter tonight, but he did not start.
No,
Jacob Baker got the start and has played so very well tonight. And he may be through. See if we see 33 back in the game at all.
23 carries, 149 yards. He can take the rest of the night off.
And 2 touchdowns. So
yeah,
pretty impressive. Casey Cooper wants to stop the clock and talk things over. 7:23 to play in the third quarter. Will stop things as well. 32-7, the Wampus Cats lead on Conway 81 Sports.
Something you show to people every day is your smile. And Dr. Kyle Dalton at Prince Street Dental can give you a smile you'll really be proud to show. Dr. Dalton is a graduate of the prestigious Las Vegas Institute of Cosmetic Dentistry. His skills, along with today's technology, provide numerous methods to perfect your smile. How would you like a 2-hour facelift? In as few as 2 appointments, you can have a younger, more beautiful smile. Dr. Dalton is changing lives one smile at a time. Call today for your consult at 32-SMILE.
Honey, we've got to do something with this yard.
I'll get on it. So what do you think?
Just Ask Rental at True Value has the tools and equipment you need for rent. Plus, you can buy everything else to go along with them.
Buy what you want, rent what you need at Hegel Supply in Conway.
Lose the race, lose your ride. Pink's, only on Speed Channel.
.7:22 to play in the third quarter. Cats up 32-7. Eric Anthony's had a good night tonight. Jacob Baker's had a good night tonight. Wampus Cats as a whole have had a very good night tonight. Patrick Harris, the fullback, carries across the 45 down to the 41-yard line. And it'll be third down there. The Cats face third and about 5.
Harris's second carry, 6 yards on the night.
Well, Jacob Baker will see some action. He's coming in right now for Patrick Harris.
Just give him a little breather. Let's see if we can get him 200 yards tonight.
Isaiah Jackson also in the game. Lance Amos far to the right side.
Now, Harris may have gotten a little hurt on that play. Baker comes back in.
Cooper to pass. Pass is knocked away. Good defensive play. Stepping up and making the play, number 41, Tanner Gibbs.
Isaiah Jackson made a pretty good play to knock it out of his hands because Gibbs had the position.
So 4th down and 4, and the Wampus Cats will be forced to punt. Luke Pruitt back onto the field to do the punting. Chris Franco, number 82, getting some playing time there as well, a name that we haven't called much this year, but as a junior and a pretty talented tight end, we'll be seeing more of him as this season goes on and obviously next year as well. 6:37 to play, third quarter, 32-7. Wampus Cats lead. Luke Pruitt will punt. Good high
Nice
punt.
one. Nice.
Fair catch called for at the 11-yard line, and that's where Searcy will take over 1st and 10 when we come back. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cats up 32-7 on Conway 81 Sports.
Did you know that digital pictures printed on inkjet printers will fade over time? Come to Fast Photo. Bringing your digital images to Fast Photo will save you time and money. We can print images off any digital media. Best of all, Fast Photo prints your digital images in a traditional photochemical process, ensuring that your precious memories won't fade away. Fast Photo. Quality photo finishing.
.32-7 the score, 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A 30-yard punt by Luke Pruitt turns the field over a bit, and it's 1st and 10 at the 12 as Justin Rowden, out of the shotgun, sets up under center. He'll look to pass.
Open.
He throws. Made a good catch on the football. Brandon Throckmorton.
Good concentration. If he could have pulled it in, he could have ran with that a little bit more. But you're right, Jeff. It was a good job just to pull that in after bouncing it.
Good for a first down. They got him out of the shadow of their own goal as well. Gets the ball out to the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10. 6:15 to play. We're in the third quarter, and Adam Robertson is going to meet all but about 2 or 3 of the Wampus Cats that are on the field right now. That's a great job defensively. Brandon Blackwood into the game.
It's 6 carries for Robertson.
James Delph on the stop.
Sorry, that's 7 carries, 5 yards for Robertson.
7 carries, 5 yards.
That's a .7 yards per carry.
Second down and 11 in the shotgun. Rowden will pass. He does. Incomplete. Anthony flying in there.
Yeah.
Landrum was the intended receiver. It'll be third down.
Anthony limping, looking to come off, and he is.
Grant Blaylock in the game, number 54. James Delph also, as we're seeing some new faces along the defensive line. Scott Tierney and Nick Toller on the sideline with Coach Kenny Smith. Rowden back, throwing deep. There's more Wampus Cats there than Lions, and it is incomplete.
Boy.
Jamal Whitworth, Mitch Farrell was there, John Jolly.
Anthony on the sideline going, I'd have had that one. But he's taking a breather.
5:24 to play in the third quarter. Cats lead 32-7.
Your first job as a defensive back is to make sure the receiver doesn't catch it, so they mission accomplished there.
I believe Eric Anthony didn't see that at all. He's going to get stretched out for maybe a cramp or something. They're stretching him out and giving him some water on the sideline, but he is being helped up.
Ooh.
Mitch Farrell makes the catch, did not call for a fair catch, and he was hit pretty much as he caught the football. No flags on the play. 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats as they come back onto the field. Jacob Baker coming out, getting it could be that the only drama left tonight is whether or not he'll stay in the game long enough to get 200 yards.
Right. And just to see who else gets to come in if we can keep maintaining our control of this game. Coach Smith may want to test the depth of this Wampus Cat team. Maybe see Jolly come in as quarterback, maybe.
Yep.
He's probably pretty exhausted from playing defense.
Baker up to midfield.
Still running hard.
3 hard yards to get and gets them.
24th carry. 152 yards on the night for Baker.
4:55 to play and the clock runs. We're in the third quarter. Conway leads 32-7. They led 25-7 at the half. And Jacob Baker's second touchdown of the night coming at the 9:52 mark of this third quarter. Made the score 32-7 where it is right now. Baker again is hit hard. Adam Robertson hit him high. He was slowed down by Seth Rogers. So 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 8. Isaiah Jackson on. And Josh Cummins will jog off. Lance Amos also checking into the football game.
I think they would look to pass here. Get Amos out there. He hadn't caught enough balls tonight.
He hasn't caught enough. What, 1 catch tonight?
Oh, he's had 3, I think.
3rd down and 8.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff.
Well, that's fine. I get easily confused. Looking for Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah might have pushed him, but there's going to be no flag on the play.
That's right. Right, no call. They're both
so
going
3rd down and 8.
Boy, I like him looking to Jackson.
Yeah,
He's had that one electrifying run.
Lance Amos and Isaiah Jackson both were there. Chance of getting the pass thrown to him. Cooper chose Jackson. It's incomplete. 4th and 8. Luke Pruitt will punt the football away. Landrum and Valentine.
Well, Cooper with only 3 completions on the night. 3 of 8, 72 yards. 2 touchdowns, though.
Valentine comes up with it. And we'll get to the 30-yard line, across the 30, and that's where the Searcy Lions will take over 1st and 10. 3:42 to play in the third quarter. Again, a reminder, if you're looking for St. Louis Cardinal baseball, the Cards have wrapped up the National League Central, but as they finish out the regular season and get ready for the playoffs, you can find the St. Louis Cardinals on Channel 77 on Conway Corporation. Here on Channel 81 Sports, you can find the Wampus Cats. Of course, you're watching them tonight. UCA football, Gulf South football, and Razorback Classics, all a part of Conway 81 Sports, and we appreciate you watching the game tonight and checking out those other other football games that'll be on throughout this fall. Hand off to Robertson. That'll be the biggest run of the night for the Searcy Lions. He'll cross the 45 to the 47-yard line. 17-yard carry. And the first life that the Lions have had in a while.
Just a ton of room over there. And you keep running it enough, eventually you're going to break one. I think Azell might have missed that one. Yeah, he's kind of getting onto himself for that.
Chris Wardlow in the game here on the near side defensively. Farrell and Jolly playing safety. Again, Robertson. Ezell is carried by him for about 4 or 5 yards. And Dylan Jones in on the stop.
Here comes the big guy in the middle, Nick Toll. Coach Smith says that's enough of that rushing. You guys.
Grant Blaylock will come off the field, and he will be replaced by Nick Toll, as you mentioned. 2 receivers to the near side, but only 1 defender. As Chris Wardlow is up on the line of scrimmage. Now, looks like John Jolly's got an eye on Landrum. Under center. Rowden hands off to Robertson. I'll tell you what, Robertson's a hard runner.
Yeah, he is.
Across the 35-yard line.
Well, for the last couple of years, Searcy ran the wing T, just like Conway, and we saw that last year when we played them. Much more successfully than they have been tonight. They might want to go back to it.
That's true.
And it's hard to go from a run-oriented offense to a spread offense in 1 year.
Flag on the play, and it's against the Conway Wampus Cats. Face mask called against the Cats, and that will improve the Searcy Lions' field position a bit. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 32-7. The Wampus Cats lead. And the Lions haven't scored since the 7-second mark of the first quarter. They scored 7 seconds into the game, a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they have been shut out since then.
Well, Robertson really starting to have some success. 10 carries, 40 yards, but his last 3 carries, 17 yards, 10 yards, and 7.
1st and 10. Pass to the end zone, and nobody's there.
Well, pass interference.
And they will call pass interference. The Conway coaching staff to our right. And
don't believe that was catchable, but it was still a very obvious call. Not a good decision over there.
So pass interference against the Wampus Cats will again improve the field position of the Searcy Lions.
Ray Scott, the cornerback over there.
3:01 to play. And after back-to-back penalties against the Wampus Cats, that will move the Lions even further and put them in the best field position that they've had in a long time.
That's 5 first downs for Searcy this half.
They didn't have many more than that in the entire first half, did
they? They didn't have that many, I don't think. They had 4. And most of those on the last drive.
3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rowden looks to throw. They'll flag, maybe holding.
Yeah, definitely.
Landrum makes the catch, and he is dropped by Chris Wardlow, but the clock will stop. 2:57 to play, and it is holding against the Lions. Back him up.
Scott Tierney was held as he was getting close to Rowden. Right in front of the official.
You can't do that.
No. You can do it, but just not right in front of the official.
You don't want to get caught doing it. 2:57 to play in the third quarter. Wampus Cats lead 32-7. It's been a good night. Luke Pruitt, a couple of touchdown receptions from Casey Cooper. Jacob Baker, a couple of touchdown runs. And Isaiah Jackson, an electrifying 41-yard touchdown run with 1:37 to play in the first half. And Cats lead 32-7. 2nd and 10. Actually, 2nd and more than that. 2nd and 25.
There we go.
Big hit. Nice job defensively by the Cats. Benton Conk comes off the pile.
Lance Amos.
Landon Ezell. Lance Amos is out there. 2nd down in a bunch. Ezell and Conk, the linebackers, playing well. Toll and Delph both there. Down linemen, both in the three-point stance. Rowden stands up. 6 seconds on the play clock. 3 seconds on the play clock. He'll hand off to Robertson. In there hard was Luke Rash.
Yeah.
He slowed him down enough that his teammates were able to come in and finish him off. Luke Rash, like it was shot out of a cannon, came through.
He sure did. I can't believe Robertson didn't go down. Great pursuit by Conway, though.
Luke Rash, great play. Now, Luke Rash was a player that we saw a year ago at linebacker, and he's moved up to that defensive end slot, and he is just so effective at either one of those positions.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He's really become a leader. Minute and a half to play.
And he would still be at that linebacker position if the defensive ends weren't gone from last year.
Pass is tipped and incomplete. John Jolly tipped it, and Mitch Farrell almost got the interception, but again, that was something we learned a week ago, is don't intercept the ball inside your own 5, so probably a good idea to have not caught it.
Yeah.
4th down and a bunch, 4th and 32. Ball rests at the 36-yard line. Now, Rowden is also their punter, so we'll see what they decide to do here. Maybe a quick kick, or maybe they'll go for it.
Oh, I think they'll go for it at this point.
A minute 28 to play in the third quarter, trailing 32-7. They probably should go for it. Pressure, rolling left and throwing. Pass is incomplete. Conway will take over on downs, and I believe Justin Rowden got hit pretty hard over there.
Yeah, Zell.
Landon Ezell, who is just laying the wood to guys.
Yeah, he is.
Luke Rash and Landon Ezell, both guys that we've talked about a lot, who've moved closer to the line of scrimmage defensively, and they both picked up where they left off last year, playing very well. So a minute 22 to play in the third quarter. Cats lead 32-7. I guess a couple of items of suspense to pay attention to. A, will Jacob Baker go over 200 yards? And B, will the mercy rule get an effect? So this game will end quicker. A minute 22 to play in the third quarter. Cats lead 32-7. I thought Jacob Baker might answer both questions right there. Could have spun through a couple more. He would have done just that. Minute 14 to play. We are in the third quarter. Clock runs 32-7.
Finally runs.
Yeah, needs to be running.
Searcy passing the ball a lot, and the clock is not running very fast.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Hand off to Crenshaw. He jukes outside and is run out of bounds, and he is going to be dropped right there at the, of course, out of bounds. So it stops the clock with 44 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Crenshaw's 5th carry, 22 yards on the night.
Crenshaw, as we mentioned, he's had some exciting runs already this year. Broke a couple of long ones for touchdowns.
Ready to see one of those 74-yarders. He had in both of the previous 2 games.
Future Wampus Cat cheerleader there. We all have daughters that are sitting here at this table, so that's fun to see. You don't have to have boys to be a part of the Wampus Cat football program, that's for sure. Pass is intended for and caught by Lance Amos. Good for a first down, crossing the 45 out to the 49-yard line. So the second time tonight that Cooper and Amos have hooked up. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. Chris Franco checks in. He'll play that tight end position.
Boy, and he did a great job last year filling in for Cook. He was sick for the year.
Yeah.
And Franco, he was one of the best receivers we had last year. So, and we know Cook has good hands too. But with the receivers, wide receivers Conway has, the tight end has not got used as much as it did last year.
Casey will look to throw to the near side.
Wide open.
He gets hit hard by Easton Valentine. He may have gotten, it was more on the giving end of that hit. As Cooper and Valentine, was a flag thrown right as the play was ending.
Cummins, the wingback, was running wide open down the middle of the field. But Cooper was kind of on the run, pretty hard to spot, but there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
Penalty is going to be called against the Wampus Cats. 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. And let's see what the call is. Jordan Baker, a sophomore, number 60, checks in the game, or checks out of the game. Or that's Trey Hodges, my apologies. When you've got 140 kids or whatever on the roster, you've got 2 and 3 of every number, and we had that running. We had that a lot last year.
Right, yeah.
In fact, there are 3 number 38s on the roster. Wish we had a 38A and a 38B.
Hard to sort out.
38C.
Right, yeah.
Quarter's over, 32-7. We've played 3 quarters. The 4th quarter is coming up next. The Wampus Cats have the lead, 32-7. You're watching Conway 81 Sports.
Now playing. A revolution in resolution. ESPN HD, the big picture in sports. Visually stunning and wildly enhanced clarity on the screen like you've never seen. Now playing.
You know, there's a lot of glamour with this. I mean, a lot of free meals, I'll be very honest with you. And I walk around with a Sharpie because I know I'm going to assign something for some child at some point in the day.
He walks around with a Sharpie in his sock to autograph for kids. Nobody comes up and asks for Jeff's autograph.
I mean, I'll tell you, it's nice to get the pizza. Sometimes it isn't what I like. I like pepperoni.
Working with Jeff's a real joy a lot of the time, but people don't realize, you know, how high maintenance he is.
We have to sit up there in the booth, and it's a long way from the field. And those kids are fast.
Wampus Cat cheerleaders, pom-pom squad. Mascot down there with a little stuffed lion. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
So far, the Wampus Cats have done just that to the Searcy Lions. They have stuffed them a few times. Pass intended for Luke Pruitt, and it was just a little bit beyond his reach. But again, I'd rather see Casey Cooper do that than throw the ball short.
Right, yeah. They risk an interception. It's good to see him take that shot, too, every once in a while. It keeps the defense on their heels.
All right, did I miss something? It's 2nd down and 9. So that last play was 1st down and 9? Oh, the holding. Yes, thank you. I did miss something.
Yeah, you did.
I'm really tired. 11:54 to play. Jacob Baker stood up and still picks up a couple of yards. 3rd down.
And you talk about running downhill. They had him in the back behind the line of scrimmage. Still managed to get positive yards.
Luke Pruitt, Isaiah Jackson, both on to the field. And Josh Cummins makes his way off. 11:35, and the mercy rule kicks in at 35-point lead, I believe. So we're a touchdown away from that happening. And that would mean that the clock would run except for timeouts and injuries. There's the play that Jackson scored on earlier. Isaiah Jackson again loose. If he's going to pull away, he will. How about the speed of Isaiah Jackson?
Oh, man.
From 48 yards out, the exact same play he scored on earlier from 41 yards out, and he just pulled away, step by step, into the end zone for the touchdown.
He had some Searcy defenders that had an angle on him that looked like they were within arm distance of him, and he kicked into a gear they didn't have, and he was just gone. Isaiah Jackson, 4 carries, 91 yards on the night.
2 touchdowns for Pruitt, 2 for Baker, and 2 for Jackson.
That's a 22-yard average. 2 of those carries, one for 41, the other for 48.
High snap and a good hold by Casey Cooper, and Luke Pruitt is now 3 for 3 on extra points. The Wampus Cats extend the lead to 39-7. That's still not enough, is it? Man, I did the math wrong. All right. Well, we'll come back and have more football for you in a moment. 11:09 to play. Cats are up 39-7. They look good tonight. We're watching Conway 81 Sports.
Dr. Art Den Hartog wants to know, are you ready for a lifestyle change for reduced pain and more vitality? Come visit Dr. Art for alternative health care, chiropractic adjustments, acupuncture, homeopathy, the use of all natural medicines, conditions like low back pain with sciatica, fibromyalgia, headaches, and auto injuries, chelation therapy to help clean out your vascular system. Put yourself in the capable hands of Dr. Art Den Hartog and reduce your pain. Medicare is accepted.
With over 50 years in Conway, M. Bowden Carpets and Interiors boasts a history steeped in roots of excellence, a family company in its 3rd generation of dedication to its valued customers. M. Bowden's showroom features a vast array of flooring products including carpet, hardwood, ceramic tile, marble tile, vinyl, cork flooring, and area rugs. Carpet cleaning service is also offered. Contact M. Bowden Carpet and Interiors at 501-329-1298.
Dolby Digital, DTS, HDTV, SDTV. Confused? Come see the experts at Audio Express. Audio Express features Toshiba high-definition TVs from 30 inches to the largest 200-inch screen. Audio Express is the area's only Klipsch speaker dealer, Arkansas-made and world-famous. Experience pure music at its best. Audio Express specializes in custom home entertainment centers. Turn your home into a theater with components from Toshiba, Yamaha, and Kenwood. Audio Express and electronics mean entertainment.
39-7, the Wampus Cats lead by 32, and that's, we're doing some football math, and that's just, you need more than that to get to 35-point lead.
I think we'll take it 39-7. It was a lot better than when it was 7-0. Conway just dominating on the night. 418 total yards. Searcy 122 for Searcy. 39
unanswered points for the Wampus Cats. The cheerleaders have a lot to cheer about. As you saw a great shot of them as we came back from our break there. 11:04 to play in the ball game. Cats up 39-7. And 6 touchdowns tonight for the Wampus Cats. 2 touchdown passes from Casey Cooper to Luke Pruitt. 2 short touchdown runs by Jacob Baker and 2 long touchdown runs by Isaiah Jackson. It has been a good night to get into that conference season. This was perfect.
Yeah.
This was, they had a really surprisingly good game against Cabot. Tale 2 halves against Russellville, and they've really put it together, except for a little bit of sloppiness tonight. All in all, it's been a solid game.
Well, I mean, the special teams is the one thing you could point a finger at, but it's been corrected. We're making our extra points now. We're not fumbling kickoffs. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Tonight has been a very good night.
10:50 to play in the ball game. 39-7. Wampus Cats again leading, and again next week against Central, finally at home. Hope that we have a huge crowd out at John McConnell Stadium. The Friday nights are starting to get a little cool. We're actually in a closed-in press box. It has no open windows, and every time we've stepped outside, it's been about 15 degrees cooler outside than it is inside. Rowden looks to throw and does. Pass is incomplete, intended for Kevin Lewis. It's hard to miss him, but he did. 6'5". Pass is incomplete. Clock stops at 10:23 to play in the game.
Rowden now 7 of 24 for 70 yards. Not a good percentage.
3rd down and 10 for the Lions. They have had a brutal non-conference season.
Yes, they have.
Wynn, Batesville, and now Conway. They will be 0-3.
First 2 games were against the 4A champions from the past 2 years.
Rowden, a little misdirection that just ended in an incomplete pass, and great hustle by the defense. It might have been a lateral. It would have been a live ball, but it was not. Incomplete. But nonetheless, 4th and 10. And Bart McFarland, his first year running this spread offense here at Searcy.
Looks to be a pretty long year.
Looks to be a very long year. You're right. But as we talked about, you get a kid in the system.
Yeah.
You get him in the system young, and you start to develop players, and it's going to take a while.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you still see Conway run the wing tee. That's what Kenny Smith has run. That's what the kids run starting in 7th grade. They learn this system, and it works, and it continues to work, and it's working really well tonight. 39-7 is our score. 10:16 to play in the ball game. Back with more following the timeout here on Conway 81 Sports.
You can put a value on almost everything except your eyes. That's why it's so important to have your eyes examined regularly. At Arkansas Eye Center, every kind of care your eyes need, including laser vision correction and cataract surgery, is all right here at the center. Put your trust in Dr. David Baker and his staff at the Arkansas Eye Center in Conway. After all, you can't put a value on your eyes.
Laser Cartridge Plus for all your printer, fax, and copier supplies.
Check out these hot prices on ink.
Laser Cartridge Plus.
Check out these hot prices on toner.
Laser Cartridge Plus.
100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Laser Cartridge Plus for all your printer, fax, and copier supplies.
2 convenient locations to serve you.
Welcome back to Lions Stadium in Searcy. Really great atmosphere for high school football. They had a barbecue, I guess, before the game, and all the proceeds went to evacuees from Hurricane Katrina. So it is a good night here, and it's a better night as the Wampus Cats continue to play well, leading 39-7 with 10:07 to play in the ballgame.
Their facilities are as good as anywhere we've been, the press box in particular.
Absolutely.
The best we've probably ever been in visiting.
Well, and we found out that this was the home side up until this year. So obviously their visiting stands are what their home fans have been in forever, and their new home stands have been upgraded to be their obviously current home stands. So you've got a really, really nice facility, probably the most visiting seating that you're going to see, other than a stadium like Quigley or someplace like certainly a lot more seating than we had a week ago at Russellville.
When we were sitting in the stands, you mean?
Oh, yeah, that. 1st and 10, and we do see a new quarterback, John Jolly, on the field. And one of the 38s. It could be Joshua Collette. It could be Corey Myers. It could be Taylor Allison. 3 38s on the roster for Conway. So whichever one it was, picked up 5 yards.
Sort that out.
Corey Myers, we're being told. All right.
Coach Dean, I think, hollering that out.
Thank
you very much.
Everybody up here working. Which one was it?
Thank you. Fumble by Jolly.
Jolly fumbles, but hands off, and well, he keeps the ball actually. And
well, he should have handed
work
it
at
off.
All. Yeah.
and that's to be expected. A quarterback and a center that are not used to working together. That happens frequently.
Try to get some of the other names of these kids that are on the field. Kyle Bright on the field. A couple of 58s on the roster. Corey Johnson, Jared Hogan.
Can't we just go into the hundreds, or maybe, like you said, have some A's and B's?
Yeah, we need. Jared Hogan actually off the field. Saw some action in the first game. Jolly behind center. Tyler Gray still in there at center. Chris Wardlow, we've seen him, and the ball is loose, and it is going to be recovered by, I believe, did the Lions get it? They're acting like they did.
Yeah.
And they did. The Searcy Lions come up with the football. And we will see lots of new faces on defense. And we'll work in this last 8 minutes and 44 seconds to get their names on for you as well. Anthony Maltbia, a sophomore, is in the game, as well as number 37, LaRae Scott. He's out there. Therese Davis is out there, number 6. If I miss it, I'm going to miss a lot.
Or is that Matthew Paul? We got 2 number 6s.
I was going to give the senior the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Adam Robertson hit at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by number 71. How many 71s do we have? We have 2. Brandon Pearson.
And Kirby Wills.
Kirby Wills. Willis. Brandon's a senior. Let's assume it's him. It could be either one.
We're going to defer to the senior.
So
if we get it wrong, hey.
Yeah. Cards and letters.
No, that's the way we're going with this, okay?
Get this many kids that come out for football, and this sort of thing happens. 8 minutes and 11 seconds. The clock runs. Wampus Cats up comfortably. They will move to 2-1 following tonight. Look at that. Who's that kid? Number 44. Aaron Lynch.
Scott's nephew.
Scott's nephew, your cousin.
Let's just call him Scott's nephew.
Ran the ball pretty well right there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Well, good for him. He's got some Conway ties. He's got family in Conway.
He does.
It's all right. Good to mention him.
Also playing middle linebacker, starting for them.
7:57, and Conway leads 39-7. Justin Rowden up under center. Handoff again to Lynch. He can't be stopped. Aaron Lynch. Good for a first down. Down in close to the 5-yard line. Now his father is part of the chain gang. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, Keith Lynch.
Is he staying professional?
No, he's not.
I can't promise you that he's
professional
doing his job at all down there.
He's got his blue jeans on.
How about that? Nice job by the sophomore Aaron Lynch, who I do believe, and obviously since we got some family ties to him, was getting his first start of the night.
Yeah, that was his first start of the year.
Again, number 44 that plays for Searcy has some family in Conway, and so we excited for him that he's doing well. At least he's doing well. In the game.
We still don't want him to score, though.
Well, we don't want that, but at least Conway looks to be winning the football game. Grant Blaylock in on the stop. Also number 47, Robbie Martinez or Daniel Ellenberg. Robbie Martinez, I guess. And there's the only thing more frustrating than having multiple numbers would be having no roster at all and making up names for these kids. So at least we're getting it half right, I hope.
Lynch 3 carries, 34 yards.
6 minutes and 50 seconds to play.
Uh-oh.
That didn't work at all.
Quarterback tackled him.
Yep.
Just about. He's still on his feet.
Give the stop to number 12, Justin Rowden. Aaron Lynch stopped. It will be 3rd down. And the Wampus Cat defense bent a little bit there, but they're playing well. They don't want to see any more points on the board.
No, they don't.
They know that the only points came on that very first play of the game, from the first play from scrimmage.
Right.
7 seconds in, and they want to keep them out.
And it's basically been a shutout. Outside we spotted them the ball on the 5-yard line.
Lynch again on the right side. Not a whole lot going on. Blackwood on the tackle. Conk, Jones, all those guys coming off the ball.
They're remembering back to the Cabot game. We know how to stop the run.
4th down and 10. Inside 6 minutes. The clock runs. So 4th down. Ball at the 10-yard line. See what Rowden calls here. He sets up in the shotgun, sends Lynch to the left side. Wampus Cat coaching staff barking at him to get over and cover the guy. Pass into the end zone.
Oh, they got it.
Touchdown.
Well, that was just up for grabs.
Kevin Lewis, the biggest guy on the field, went up and made the catch, and I guess he probably should have.
Yeah. He looks like a mountain in there. It's like Oliver Miller going up for a rebound.
So a 10-yard touchdown pass from Rowden to Kevin Lewis. And the first points for the Searcy Lions since the 7 seconds into the ball game. And the extra point will be attempted by number 41, Tanner Gibbs. Found out during halftime that Tanner's a soccer player, so kicking the football is something that comes pretty easily to him.
Good job, Jeff.
See,
Good job.
I'm professional. 39-13 is the score as Tanner Gibbs, the soccer player, misses the extra point in the football game. 5:26 to play in the game. Cats up comfortably, 39-17. You're watching Conway 81 Sports.
For quality vacuums, air purifiers, and excellent service, you'll want to visit Oric Vacuums of Conway.
Hi, I'm Steve Sager with Oric Vacuums of Conway. I'd like to thank the people of Conway and surrounding areas for supporting our business for the past 2 years. You're all invited to come by and see our new line of vacuums and air purifiers. We now not only carry Oric, but also SIBO, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and other quality vacuums. We also service and repair most all brands. Oric Vacuums of Conway, we look forward to serving you.
Family owned and operated, the place for in-ground pools and spas is Luxury Pools and Spas and their new location in Conway. With over 28 years experience, Luxury Pools and Spas specializes in the construction of in-ground pools, providing quality products and superior service. Luxury Pools and Spas carries Caldera Spas, plus a complete line of Regal chemicals to keep your pool or spa at its best. Luxury Pools and Spas. Call 327-1772 for more information.
Wampus Cat Marching Band did a nice job at halftime, and they have sounded good from what we could hear. Again, we're in pretty much a soundproof booth doing the game, and it's so weird doing a football game or any sporting event where you can't hear the crowd and the band and the horn and the whistle and all those sounds that you're used to. But we hope that you have enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Nonetheless, at least, I'm sure you can hear those things because there's microphones out there, but there's just not in our ears.
Right.
All I hear is me and you. 5:26 to play. They'll kick the football again here, I believe.
Yeah. Let's see. Penalty, or did they just kick it before the official started?
No, there's offsides against the Wampus Cats. I've watched football for 30 years, but I got to tell you, I didn't know you could be offsides.
Oh, you can.
I guess so.
Yes.
I guess you have to give them 10 yards. Is that well, I guess you do. And I guess if they get closer than 10 yards before the ball is kicked, was he trying to block it? What's he trying to do?
I don't know.
Why would you go that direction?
If you're the kick receiving team, it's very unusual for you to be offsides. The kick-off team,
Yeah, that could happen.
That happens.
So Gibbs will kick off from the 45. Same thing, a little chip. It's taken on the far side. Hey, Chris Wardlow, a couple guys to beat. One of them is Gibbs. He beats him. Now the rest of the guys catch up, but a nice return.
Very nice, yeah.
Hudgens kind of rides him out of bounds a little bit and at the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wampus Cats. As the offense will come back on the field.
5 minutes to go in this game.
Zach Cates, number 7. And we'd like to thank the Wampus Cat equipment manager for just giving one number 7 out this year. But Zach Cates, number 7, the sophomore, is in at quarterback.
Jolly got in for a couple of possessions.
And off to 38, and Corey Myers.
Jolly needs the night off, though, after playing
And he is
very good in the secondary.
He is, and that's, you know, I think back now 3 games when who's going to be the quarterback, who's going to be the quarterback, and that question was answered real quickly. And man, Jolly has just been outstanding in the secondary. As you mentioned, that's really become one of the strengths of the defense.
Oh, yeah. And Jolly's a big part of that. He's a very good athlete.
Again, look at that. He's going to score. Is he? Nope. He gets tracked down. Again, we think that's Corey Myers. And I hesitate to even say that because if it's one of the other 2 guys, then their parents have every right to be upset. But anyway, it was a great run. And it'll be 1st and goal from what, the 5-yard line, the 10-yard line? Where are they putting the ball down at?
It's about
there it is, about the 6-yard
yeah.
line. So 1st and goal from the 6, 4:31 to play. And the Wampus Cats are having a chance to play a lot of players in this 4th quarter, and that's great. These kids who work and practice and work, you know, it's just hot
all
in
these
August.
kids, you know, they all work hard.
Absolutely.
The starting team obviously gets most of the credit because they're the team on the field on
Right.
Friday night.
And rightfully so. If this gives them a chance. Look at that little guy. He's into the end zone. Touchdown for the Wampus Cats from 6 yards out.
It's Corey Myers again. Myers 5 carries, 58 yards. Wow.
That. Jacob Baker, who?
They don't get carried away now.
We're trying to get we're trying to get confirmation that it is indeed Corey Myers.
Whoever it is, having a good night.
Look at him down there. That's awesome. Good job. Okay, it is Corey Myers. So we've gotten confirmation from
some
Chris
coaches.
And Bo from the Log Cabin Democrat and the Conway coaches that are over on the far side. Luke Pruitt, 4 for 4 now in extra points. If I've got that right. He is kicking the ball great. 46-13. Wampus Cats are up. 4:27 to play in the game, and the Cats are going to move to 2-1 as they head to conference play next week. You're watching Conway 81 Sports.
Come on! Can you wait a minute?
Talk to LiftMaster and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Our handy wireless keyless entry mounts on your door frame to open your garage door without a remote control or keys. The temporary private password option is great for friends and service people. Call this LiftMaster dealer and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener.
Call us now.
Cordsmire Furniture is quality backed by experience since 1924. 3 generations of expertise and 80 years of providing only the finest furniture and appliances to Conway. Cordsmire Furniture in downtown Conway has strived to provide experience, service, quality, and great savings in a friendly hometown atmosphere. Come by and see us today. Cordsmire Furniture, Oak and Chestnut in downtown Conway.
Fans made their way over to Searcy tonight from Conway, and they have had a great time watching the Wampus Cats do something that we haven't seen in a long time, and that's really put the hurt on the team, 46-13. And Jim, you and I talked about this is our 5th year to do Wampus Cat football, and this is what it felt like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
When you got to see these kids where you had to struggle to figure out who was who because of the multiple numbers, and the starters were on the side playing pranks on people and having a good time. And, you know, to see them playing this way is a great feeling. It's all going to get serious next week, and it's about to get serious right now unless they tackle this guy, and they did. Isaiah Jackson and Chris Knight bring down the returner, Brandon Throckmorton. But, you know, to see them play like this, going into next week, a week from tonight at home, finally, which is going to be some motivation, for week 4 to finally play at John McConnell Stadium, And to play a Central team that is 27-1 coming into this year, regardless of what they do tonight, they're either going to be 1-2 or 0-3. But a Central team that is vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so there's some excitement, I think, in that regard going into the conference opener next week.
Yeah, and you're right, Jeff. It's been 2 years since we've had that feeling going into a conference game. Feeling pretty good about ourselves and just about every aspect. There's still obviously a couple of areas they need to work on, but man, it's sometimes a little boring in a blowout, but it's kind of a fun.
This is a good boring.
It's a good fun boring.
Yeah. Jason Felton, number 16, in at quarterback. And stick around. Following the game, we will name the Regions Bank Player of the Game. We'll have that for you in a few minutes, and it may be tough to pick one guy tonight. There's been some players with some really good nights. We'll have to. Maybe we should let Scott, our stat guy, Scott Taylor, just pick him, and that way we have no pressure to have to pick one of the 4 guys who were responsible for the 6 touchdowns. Casey Cooper to Luke Pruitt twice, Jacob Baker with 2 touchdown runs, Isaiah Jackson with 2 touchdown runs. Corey Myers got in and just scored a good night for the Wampus Cats.
Anthony with 3 interceptions.
Yeah. High snap, and Lynch gets it and is piled up and dropped at the 37-yard line.
I thought he was going to throw it for a minute, and might have been better off.
Ben Coulter on the field. Maybe it's Jared Fincher, number 67. Number 93. Yeah, that's Trevor Gass. There's only 193 on the roster. So he's on the field. 2:45 to play in the game. 3rd and 7. Or 4th. They have an up to 4th and 18. There they go. They didn't update the scoreboard. And now the punt by Rowden is a good one. And it will be a Searcy roll down to the 21-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. That's where the Wampus Cats will take over. The guys that came in running this second team for the Cats got a touchdown this last time. Corey Myers running the ball well. And the quarterback, Zach Cates, number 7, got his shot at running the offense. We'll see who they'll send in to run the offense this time. It will again be Zach Cates, the sophomore, number 7. It'll be a fun bus ride back, much more fun than it was a week ago.
Yeah.
With the trip from Russellville back home.
And that's a good feeling to have going in conference. The thing is they've got to avoid is just being overconfident too, but there's no need to worry about that tonight. They need to feel good about their performance.
Hey, Corey Myers with more yards. He's going to end up with some nice stats tonight. Clock runs, 2:15 to play.
Myers that's his 6th carry, 63 yards.
Dustin Hooper brings on the next play, and he goes to the far side. Behind the line of scrimmage, there's Zach Cates. He's the quarterback. Myers again, and boy, he is piled up that time. Be 3rd down.
Let's give Cates an opportunity to throw the ball here, 3rd down.
See what he can do. You think they will?
Probably not.
Probably not, no. Let's just keep running the ball. Minute 40. Yeah. Clock runs down.
Look like you want to see this game over, Jeff. Come on.
It's been a long day in Searcy. I arrived early
you
today.
Did get here early. And you missed the barbecue of all things.
Yes, I enjoyed driving around the city. It's a beautiful town. It all smells like ice cream. You get the right wind from Yarnell's. Cates will hand off. Again, Corey Myers, and he will be dropped. It'll be 4th down. 1 minute to play. Down to a minute left in the game. 46-13. The Wampus Cats will improve to 2-1. They will move into conference play next week in a Central Conference that, as we've mentioned a couple of times tonight, through the non-conference action, through the first 2 weeks, everybody's 1-1, but the 2-time defending state champion, Little Rock Central's 0-2 against Cabot tonight. And so nobody has really separated themselves from the pack in the 5A Central. Next week is when it really begins, obviously. But you certainly look at these first 3 games and see who has done what. Conway, other than one half of football against Russellville's looked pretty good.
I mean, yeah, if you look at the Central Conference, you got to look at Conway as one of the favorites right now.
24.7 seconds to play in the game. Timeout called, and
Flag thrown.
Timeout called by the Wampus Cats. And tell you what, we'll take a break with them right here and come back and start looking at some of these stats because there's a lot of them to look at for tonight's game. 46-13. Conway is going to win this one. Back in a moment on Conway 81 Sports.
Fox Soccer Channel is America's home for the world's favorite sport. Over 1,200 live matches each year from the best leagues and tournaments around the globe. The English Premier League, Argentine League, German Bundesliga, the FA Cup, Major League Soccer, plus much more. Fox Soccer Channel.
Your world, your life,
your game.
Tempted by the fruit of another.
VH1 Classic redefines the music you know you love and gets to the heart of the artists that matter.
Love is a battlefield.
With exclusive appearances by the most influential artists of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and today. Reconnect with the best music in your life.
.24 seconds to play in the ball game. 46-13. Stick around. Following tonight's game, we'll have the Regions Bank Player of the Game, and there are a number of candidates, and we will pick one of those young men for you in a little while and tell you who it is. Punt is taken at the 50-yard line, and that's where Searcy will take over 1st and 10. And Jim, you've got to look at some of the stats as we wind things down here, which will be a Conway victory, 46-13. And it's been all Wampus Cats tonight.
Boy, it certainly has. Total yards, Conway 481, Searcy 155. Conway getting most of those on the ground, 393 to Searcy 75. Through the air, Conway 88 yards, Searcy 80. Passing the ball, Cooper was 4 of 10, 88 yards. And catching those, Pruitt with 2 receptions, 51 yards. Amos 2 for 37. And on the ground, Crenshaw 5 carries, 22 yards. Baker 27 for 158 yards. Great night for him. Wardlow with 4 carries, 19 yards. Cooper with 2 carries, 41 yards. And Jackson 4 carries, 91 yards.
Just solid. Woo. I mean, just everywhere you look, it's just a solid night of football tonight. Aaron Lynch with another nice game there, and he picks up about 10 yards. Or picked up, 10 yards and enough for a first down, but that's going to be it. Final score, 46-13. All Wampus Cats, as the stats showed and as the scoreboard shows at the end of the game. We'll come back and name our Regions Bank Player of the Game and wrap things up from Searcy tonight. Conway victorious, 46-13. It's Conway 81 Sports.
Water, fire, natural disasters, and even mold. We take care of them all, anytime, day or night, from cleanup to reconstruction. Tell your insurance provider you prefer All Clean USA.
It's all very simple, really. It's all under one roof. If you want to buy a home or sell the one you have, if you want a lease that won't penalize you for moving out early to buy your dream home, if you need insurance, well, we've got that too. We have a team of over 40 real estate agents and support staff, and we're the #1 agency in Faulkner County by a long shot. We're Pam McDowell Properties, and we're #1 for a reason.
Final score again tonight, 46-13, and I hope you looked at the scoreboard quick to the north end of the stadium because the buzzer sounded and the scoreboard was turned off.
Turn off the lights. The party is over.
Goodness.
For Searcy.
Goodness. The ghost of Big Earl making an appearance tonight. 46-13 final score. Our Regions Bank Player of the Game And I tell you, there were a lot of candidates tonight. Jacob Baker, again, he was our player of the game a week ago. Very easily could have won it tonight. You mentioned his stats, a very impressive night. Eric Anthony had either 3 or 4 interceptions and could have had either 4 or 5. Eric Anthony played a great game defensively. Just a solid performance by so many players. Luke Pruitt with 2 touchdown receptions. Casey Cooper, a couple of touchdown passes, obviously both to Luke Pruitt. But decision for our Regions Bank player of the game is going to be Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson is a player who you had mentioned at the stakeout that impressed you and has continued to impress as the season has gone on. Number 3, Isaiah Jackson, the sophomore, only 4 carries, but 4 carries for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns of more than 40 yards tonight. And he showed some breakaway speed that as we get into the 5A Central, that's going to be important because there are some very, very quick defensive players in this conference. And as he is able to pull away from these guys, that's only going to help this football team. So Isaiah Jackson, the sophomore 2 weeks in a row, our Regions Bank player of the game. Congratulations to him. So final score 46-13. Jim, your final thoughts?
I think it's just a very solid game. The only question was the special teams. But they corrected that pretty quickly. Pruitt came on, and he did not miss an extra point. Would love to see him make a field goal at some point. So that'd be the only other thing. But, man, those safeties on defense, they were hawking the ball. And I think they were one of the big differences in the game tonight. They disrupted the passing game. Searcy couldn't do anything, mainly because of the safeties. But just a solid performance by the defense. Pretty much a shutout. Second team allowed the 1 touchdown. And the special teams basically allowed the first one. So great performance by them. We did what I talked about in the pregame. We rushed the ball for 400 yards. I think that's successful. We can't ask for anything more.
Final score 46-13. Luke Pruitt 2 touchdown receptions from Casey Cooper, as we mentioned. Jacob Baker 2 touchdown runs. And what was his total yardage? 150.
He had 158.
158 total yards on the ground, 27 carries. Just a workmanlike effort tonight by Jacob Baker and Isaiah Jackson, those 2 touchdowns as well. And don't forget Corey Myers, the sophomore, number 38, that got in and ran the ball so well and scored that touchdown late in the game to make the final score what it was, which was 46-13. Our thanks to Scott Taylor, who was on stats tonight, Shane Wilson and his entire staff for doing such a great job bringing you the pictures and the sound of tonight's game. For Jim Files, I'm Jeff Matthews. It's good night. 46-13. The Cats are 2-1. Conference play next week from John McConnell Stadium. We'll have it for you right here on Conway 81 Sports.